Jameer takes at 41 yards with an 80-yard drive. Then the last two, 62 yards and 61 yards, 203 of that 257 yards. So when we get it going pretty well.
Yeah, that's the thing with it. We got to get in a rhythm, get first downs, and we were able to do that on the last two series.
And then looking at the defense, Hunter Van Hoosier again with a big game, 14 tackles. Will, you've alluded to already, 12 tackles. Caleb Burden, a real active role in his linebacker spot, 8 tackles. Cole Baker, 7. Mitchell Harrelson, who we saw all day long, creating havoc for the center of the Hopkinsville line with 4 tackles. Mitchell coming up with 2 sacks. Cole, sack and a half. Will Bashir, 1 sack. And Dylan Gray, half a sack. Fumble recoveries by Caleb Burden and Devin Kilgore. Devin continues to grow as a defensive player. And then something else that late in the game, we got our punting game back and grew where we punted to their 10-yard line one time and their 3-yard line one time, which really helped our defensive side of the ball to keep them back. They weren't going to be gambling too much deep in their hole.
It's statistically, the stats, having to go 80-yard drives and 90-yard drives, it's very unlikely you're going to score. And that helps our defense, and that they can take some chances down there and make some big plays.
And again, a great win for the Tigers. And we're going to look at the Crittenden County Rockets when we return after these messages from our sponsor.
Portner Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Katy, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Portner Gas is offering specials on propane. Portner Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Portner Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Portner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
Tri-Cheese in Princeton would like to give a big shout-out to one of our own, Jeff McDowell. Jeff has given Tri-Cheese 34 years as one of our top service technicians, and General Motors thinks so also, as they selected Jeff in the top 20 service technicians out of over 7,000 in the Southeast region. We're so proud of you, Jeff. The extra time and dedication it takes to achieve this honor speaks volumes about him. Tri-Cheese Incorporated offers top-notch service on all your GM and Chrysler vehicles by certified technicians Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Call 270-365-5522 for your appointment today. Tri-Cheese Incorporated, Highway 91 North in Princeton.
It's a lot of hard work and fast-paced time of year for our area farmers. Harvest time comes around quickly, and no one knows that better than Fredonia Valley Bank. Surrounded by beautiful corn and bean fields for the past 123 years, it's a real community bank. Fredonia Valley Bank. We find great pleasure in serving our customers and the hard-working farmers and businesses that make up our local communities. We keep the soil flowing through our veins and our hearts grounded in serving our local communities we call home. Visit us today at 602 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia, and 226 Commerce Street, Eddyville. Member FDIC, equal.
Welcome back to the final segment of the Coach Barnes pregame show. David, what can we expect from the Rocket offense tonight?
Well, you're going to see an offense that's very similar to us. They run a lot of the same stuff that we do. We're a spread team, and we'll get into some backfield stuff. But they got a very good quarterback that started for them last year. He's about a 220-pound kid, throws the deep ball real well, and so, offensively, they're going to be almost a mirror image of us.
Number 7 is the quarterback that you've alluded to, Hunter Boone. He has a running back in number 1, Devin Nesbitt, and a running back number 4, Gavin Dickerson, and a wide receiver in Ethan Dossett. So, are they about a 50-50 run team, pass team?
They probably played 2 games because they were open. The second one of the season, they were open. I'd say about 50-50 run pass. And, number 4, the Dickerson kid's a hard-nosed running back. Number 1 is a smaller kid. He's got good feet and got pretty good speed.
And, again, on defense, we could expect them to be similar defense as ours.
Coach Starnes, sometimes, some years with them, he'll be in a 4-man front. Some years we'll watch the film and he'll be in a 3-man front. He comes out and he plays with 4. So you don't know when he's going to come out. So we'll have to wait and see what he decides to do. Now, last week they were in a 3 front. So if we base it on that, I think we'll see something similar to what we saw last week.
So Coach Starnes is a master of the chess game, right?
You don't ever know what he's going to do.
Well, I know one thing you've been harping on all week this week, I'm sure, sure is that, boys, we got to put the last week's win in the rearview mirror and get ready for Rockets, because if we're not ready to play, they can sneak up on us.
Well, we came in Monday morning, Labor Day, and watched film and practice, and we had them back for about 3.5 hours on Monday, and that's the first thing we talked to them about, and Coach McClung did a really good job of making sure those kids understood that there were a lot of people probably thought that we'd be 0-3 at this point in the season, and still we're 2-1, with a shot at being 3-0. So, but we can't just stop now. We got to continue to get better, and if our goal is to get as far as we can in this, in the playoffs, and we got to get better this week. And Crittenden County's a better football team than they were last year. And we got to come out ready. If we come out and just think we're going to roll our head on the ground and give up, we're going to be in trouble.
And so usually, as you mentioned to me, how you practice during the week is probably how you're going to play. So we've had a good week of practice.
We had a great week last week going into the Hoptown game, and again Monday the kids came in and they were really in a great mood. 8:00 in the morning. I did tell the younger guys that didn't get to play any on Friday night they didn't have to show up. So we had most of our varsity kids in there, and then Tuesday and Wednesday we had really good practices. So the mood's been great.
But great, and that's what it takes from a young team. And I know looking ahead, I know there's a JV game next Monday night. Obviously, some of these kids will be their first game to get into any kind of
we need that bad because we had the cancellation, we had Labor Day, and these kids that haven't been playing much have been going practicing a long time without having a game, and we're looking forward to Monday night that JV game.
Since I'll be doing the PA that night, Coach, could you have the field a little bit striped for me so I don't have to guess where the 40-yard line is?
I have to get with Bruce on that one.
When I got a middle school game,
you may have trouble tonight.
I'm a good guesser, so. But anyway, it's good to get those kids out on the field and let their enthusiasm begin to build as well. And maybe tonight they'll get into the game late. I know Litkenhouse, who to me is one of the better rating services, has us a huge favorite over Crittenden County, but anything can happen on any given night.
The thing with Crittenden County is Coach Starnes, he's going to do something in the kicking game that's different. He's going to onside kick, he's going to pooch kick, he's going to do something to try to create some problems for us. And, we worked on that. He's going to have something he hasn't shown. He's going to have some type of trick play or something. He does a great job with his kids and having them ready to play. So we got a matchup when we get on that field tonight.
And from an injury standpoint, we're pretty good shape. Travis,
our trainer was really concerned Friday night or something like Saturday after the game, and then when we talked on Tuesday, he was still pretty concerned on whether Travis would be able to go. He had X-ray yesterday, practice yesterday. He still has a little tendon on it, but it's nothing that's going to keep him from playing.
Well, I know with Crittenden County, when we go down there, that tonight they'll have a lot of our kids, a lot of their fans wearing the T-shirt "Stay Barn Strong," and that's supporting the National Parkinson Foundation. And we always have a great reciprocal relationship when Coach Starnes battling cancer a couple, 3 years ago, and now he in turn can repay the compliment, if you will. So from that standpoint, we're really two high-class teams going to battle tonight.
The year we did it for Coach Starnes, I thought, that was really something that both teams, they initiated it, and one of our clubs at our school got behind it and did some stuff. And then the next year, I think, was when Mr. Boyd and Shelley were going through, and they turned around and did the same thing. First game has been something that Coach Starnes has decided that we want to make it something that we want to give to somebody. Last year was the Special Olympics, and that was an awesome thing last year. Those kids getting those leather jackets.
I still remember Mikey.
Yeah.
Great situation for those young kids, and something they'll remember the rest of their life. Any final thoughts, David, before heading in tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank Coach Starnes and Crittenden County community, because what they're doing is a lot, and just shows what football is more than just about the football game. It's about helping other people, and I really appreciate what Coach Starnes and them are doing.
Again, another high-class program down there, a high-class program here, and you just have to pat people on the back for football's just a game. And it's what you do with the men on the field, and when you have them in your possession, trying to get them into the proper way to conduct their life. It's good for them to see things like this.
But 48 minutes is going to be getting after them.
Well, we don't let up. That's for sure. Us guys, I love the other team, but I don't love them for the next 48 minutes. So that's going to do it. David, appreciate your visit with us and for the Coach Barnes Show. Tune in to the radio broadcast tonight with Dennis Stevens, Ty Engelbright, Darren Lewis, and me on WPKY FM 103.3 The Tiger, or catch the live stream on WPKYonline.com. For Coach Barnes, this is Bob Hayes. Thanking you for listening to this broadcast. Next up on this station is Caldwell County versus Crittenden County. Please stay tuned.
It's time for Tiger football on your hometown radio station, WPKY. Sponsors for tonight's broadcast include Echo Charlie's at Eddie Creek Marina, Caldwell Medical Center, Farmers Bank and Trust Company, Community Medical Clinic, McDonald's, First Southern National Bank, the Princeton Electric Plant Board, Dragonia Valley Bank, Pennyroyal Rural Electric, Planters Bank, Trice Hughes Incorporated, Fortner Gas Company, AFC A&W, Princeton Drug Company, Sanders Gathering, and the Woodall Agency. Now let's go to the field with Dennis Stevens and Bob Hayes to bring the live broadcast of Tiger football here on your hometown radio station, WPKY, The Tiger.
Well, after a rare Saturday afternoon football game in Hopkinsville last week, we are back to Friday Night Lights, live here from Rocket Stadium in Crittenden County. It's the Crittenden County Rockets, Caldwell County Tigers here on WPKY. Dennis Stevens, Bob Hayes, Ty Engelbright here at the game, Darren Lewis back at the station. We welcome everybody to the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. Javen McGregor of McGregor Group can take care of all of your heating and air needs, including installations for new construction, replacements, repairs, and maintenance. They offer high-quality products, and they have a highly qualified staff to get the job done right. So visit them at 950 Varmint Trace Road or call Javen at 896-5044 today. That's the McGregor Group in Princeton, and this is the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. And Bob, tonight's game is a lot of football and a lot more. It's almost like anytime we play Crittenden County, it's like getting friends together for a pickup game on an empty lot in the neighborhood.
And that's what it seems like, Dennis. We're sitting, to tell our listeners, we're sitting in the press box on the Crittenden County side, and you can almost feel like you can reach out and touch the field from over here and cross the field where our Tiger fans are sitting there up on probably a 15-foot bank and maybe 4 rows of bleachers, but we've got a good crowd here from end zone to end zone. But it's back to Friday night football, and Caldwell County out on the field right now warming up, dressed in all white uniforms, blue numerals, yellow helmets, and Crittenden County in royal blue pants. They're still in their white T-shirts. I'm sure they'll have a white jersey when they come out from going back in and dressing with their proper equipment on. But it's an excellent night for football. Not hot. Something that the Tigers hope to build on tonight, based on their tremendous win over Hopkinsville last Saturday afternoon in Hopkinsville.
And Bob, another way that this makes it seem like a pickup game in the neighborhood, it seems like anytime there's something going on, like a couple of years ago, Coach Starnes had the cancer issue. Last year we lost a player at this time during the season. Avery Warfield tragically passed away in an accident. This year Coach Barnes diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. So it's friends that come together across a border before a game. They have been so nice to us, and we appreciate what they have done for us in the past, as I'm sure is reciprocated from Crittenden County. But tonight, you'll see a lot of Stay Barnes Strong T-shirts on the field tonight, not only on our side, but we're looking down on this side. There's a lot of those T-shirts tonight, and that's for it's a fundraiser for the National Parkinson Foundation. Caldwell coach David Barnes, of course, has been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease earlier this year. So, again, a friendly gesture tonight from Crittenden County, as we have come to expect.
And what's great about it, Dennis, is that the schools get together quickly on these themes. There's always, seemingly the last 4 or 5 years, been a common theme, somebody ill at one place or the other. And my understanding is that we sold something between 900 and 1,000 shirts just at the high school and in Princeton. So a lot of extra funds being generated there for the National Parkinson Foundation. I'm not sure what they did here in Marion, but a lot of the people in the stands right below us, under us, have those Stay Barn Strong shirts on, and we know across the way we can see how that symbol is on the front of their shirts, and a lot of people are in their shirts across the field from us with the Stay Barn Strong shirt on. So it's a good class situation between two nice cities, two good, excellent high school football teams, and a lot of class shown by both squads.
You're absolutely right, led by both coaches that lead these programs. In fact, they have Barn Strong painted on the logo at midfield here at Rocket Stadium. Right now, the 5th and 6th grade, I think it's cheerleaders, football team, a lot of those are coming out for a presentation. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back, start breaking down this game. We'll take a look at the offenses first when we come back, so stay tuned. You're listening to the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show and Tiger football here on 103.3 The Tiger.
Mobile deposit is here. This is Mona Van Heater with First Southern National Bank, and our new mobile app is loaded with extra features, including mobile deposit. Now you can use your smartphone's camera to deposit checks on the go. Just endorse, point, click, and send. Download our new mobile app and try it today. First Southern National Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Rocket Stadium here in Marion, Kentucky, getting set for Caldwell County, Crittenden County, about 21 minutes away from kickoff. Bob, Caldwell County had a huge win last week against Hopkinsville, scored twice in the last 3 minutes, pulled out a 28-21 win over Hopkinsville, coming in on some momentum tonight, but they're facing a Crittenden County team that's also improving, so they can't let their guard down, think that they solved all the problems last week. This could be a good game, even though Caldwell is heavily favored.
You're absolutely correct, Dennis. With the situation from last week's victory, you tend to get the big head and get an ego trip going, and the next thing you know, you're slapped in the face, hit in the mouth, and we were down 14. We would be down 14-0 to this Crittenden County team, and when you get somebody down, you begin to maybe panic on the other side. So we've had a good week of practice, I'm told, by Coach Barnes, and I think we're young men enough that we understand what it means by keep getting better and better, and that's what these first 3 games of the season have done for us, have gotten us battle tested. The last 2 drives over in Hopkinsville last Saturday were just very good for these young men to know what they can accomplish and that they can get the job done.
Hey, Bob, it was nice seeing we've had trouble talking about the offenses for both teams. Our offense struggled, admittedly, the first couple of games, and in fact, the better part of the game at Hopkinsville. But the last 3 minutes, especially midways of that fourth quarter, that team really started to click offensively, came up with 2 big touchdowns in the last 3 minutes to pull that game out. So you got to think some of the things are starting to sink in, some of the things they work on in practice that they drill in the offense daily is really starting to click with these kids, starting with Joby Jaggers.
Experience is a great teacher, and none of these kids in the offensive line, Joby really got into a lot of mop-up action last year and the year before. I'm not sure how many JV games he got in last year, but basically these kids in the offensive line and Joby playing really only their 3rd game, and for them to get in that game against Hopkinsville late in the fourth quarter and take the last 2 drives in for scores, that next to last drive, we had to convert a 4th and 18 to get the first down and to keep the drive alive. And Joby drifts back in the pocket, not heavily rushed. I think Hopkinsville getting tired at that point. Rolled to his left, found diagonally cutting Trail Riley over the center, hit him beautifully with a pass. Fortunately, we didn't drop it. We got great hands on our receivers. And the next thing you know, we're in the end zone 1 play later with Travis Newsom really making a fine catch. Travis, in that game, fell on his thumb sometime in the first half and really had it swollen, jammed, and all that, and still late in the game made that 1 big catch for the touchdown, and then on the last drive hauled in something in the order of a 32-yard pass to get us to the 6-yard line, penalty, takes it to the 3, and Dylan Gray takes 5, 6, 7, 8 kids in with him to the end zone for the winning touchdown.
And, Bob, it looks like we are about to have a pregame prayer. So I'll tell you what, we're going to pause with this. We'll keep it here, but we will have the prayer and the national anthem here at Rocket Stadium. So stay tuned with us here on 103.3. We'll keep it here live.
Aaron Driver.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the beautiful day that you've given us, and thank you that we all made it here safely. And thank you for the commitment that Caldwell and Crittenden County have made to each other to help each other in times of need. I pray that tonight you would protect both teams from injury and let both teams play with good sportsmanship. Thank you for all you do for us. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And back to the pregame show. But, Bob, that is great. I know you and I do some basketball every now and then. They'll have a live national anthem singer, and we love it when that happens. A great job here tonight at Crittenden County as they perform the national anthem live here at the stadium.
And you're right, it's always good to hear some of your talented kids, and what a nice prayer the young lady said before the game as well.
And she hit it on the head. I know we generally do a prayer during the coin toss, but I don't think there's anything that we're going to say any better than that young lady put it tonight.
We certainly can't add to what she did say. She covered every point well, and just a real short, to-the-point prayer, something that kind of energizes you.
And we're going to let that one stand for us here tonight. We appreciate her willing to take the stand and say the prayer tonight, and for the Crittenden County folks allowing things like that, especially still in our day and time. But back to football, back to the offense for these teams. Caldwell County comes out with that big win last week, Bob. Joby Jaggers on the season, 56 out of 85 passing. He's still throwing the ball at 66% on the season. The points started to come in the fourth quarter last week against Hopkinsville, so we're looking for some big things tonight.
We pointed out those two drives already. We don't want to kind of keep harking on that, but the offensive line, I think we've got to give them kudos in those last two drives. Growing up, getting better. We got good size in our offensive line.
Yes, we do.
But youth and inexperience, and 3 games in, these kids have become baptized, if you will. And I look for us to have a really, really sound offensive game plan tonight going into this thing. I'm not sure if hopefully we can have a good offensive team going and game plan and all that. But I really think we can move the ball now after those 2 drives last week. We know we can get it done.
We had a couple of drives last week against Hopkinsville that you and I made the point during the game when Joby has some protection, and he doesn't have to have 5 or 6 seconds. When he's getting 3 to 4 seconds, he was pretty accurate with the ball.
He throws, I don't want to wear this out either, but I'm going to. He throws a beautiful ball that's catchable, and he's got guys that really can catch it. Oliver Parker, Travis Newsom, Jameer, Trail, anybody he throws to, Dylan Gray, he just throws a ball that is catchable and puts it to the point where they are in stride when they receive the ball. And Joby well over 50%, 66% as you just mentioned. And he scrambled one time last week and picked up a big 9-10 yard gain. So when he's settling in and growing back there as a quarterback, 5th game, 6th game, 7th game in when we're in district play, I think we're going to really see a better Joby than what we're seeing now. And what we're seeing now is not a bad Joby.
Now on the other side of the ball, you've got a team that's got a quarterback that's on track to set a lot of records here at Crittenden County. Young man just had it here by the name of Hunter Boone. He took his lumps as a freshman, improved as a sophomore, this year a junior, started the season out with a big win over a team out of Tennessee. I think it was Stewart County, Tennessee, where they had 500 yards of offense, a little over 500 yards. The kid can throw the ball, and if you give him a lot of time, he could pick you apart. He's going to be some trouble, so you can't come in thinking that the game is in hand like it's been a little bit lopsided the last few years. This one, it could be a close game if Caldwell comes in with a little too much confidence.
We have, Crittenden County has decent athletes at the skill positions as well, and you're right on the quarterback. He's a Jared Lorenzen-esque ball player, 5'10", 220, but with a solid arm, and he can get it. He can throw any kind of ball you want thrown, and he's got receivers that can go get the ball for you as well. So Hunter is an excellent football player. Coach Starnes has a better football team this year than last year. There's a lot of youth in Crittenden County, and our defense has got to still continue to do what they're doing, and they have for the last 3 games, come out and just really taken it to the opponent's offense and just made life really hectic for them.
And speaking of defense, we're going to take a break. We'll come back and take a look at the defenses that we expect to see in tonight's game. We'll do that after a break. You're listening to the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show and Tiger football here on 103.3 The Tiger.
Hey, honey, do you know what would make me so happy right now?
A movie night.
Well, that and...
A candlelit dinner.
Actually, I was thinking we could...
Go for a walk in...
McDonald's. Babe, listen. I want McDonald's. And some fries.
You're the perfect human.
Get more of what matters at McDonald's. Try your favorites on the everyday value menu, like the McDouble Burger for $1.39 or the McChicken Sandwich for $1.19. A la carte only at participating restaurants. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
And welcome back to the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. The McGregor Group Heating and Air is owned and operated by Javen McGregor, and they can take care of all of your heating and air needs, including installations for new construction, replacements, repairs, and maintenance. They also offer high-quality products, and they've got a highly qualified staff to get the job done right the first time. You can visit Javen at 950 Varmint Trace Road or call 270-896-5044. That's the McGregor Group in Princeton. We are about 9 minutes away from kickoff here in Marion. We talked about the offenses for the game tonight. The defense, Bob, has been the star of the show the first 3 games. Really one of the toughest defenses Caldwell's fielded in years.
It's just getting better and better. We've had a defensive touchdown just about every game. Maybe I'm not real sure
I think we have every game.
Okay, even against Christian County. But obviously one last week, our first touchdown of the game was the Caleb Burden 47-yard fumble return of a pass that was a lateral. Hunter Van Hoosier has a interception return for a touchdown this year, and a fumble on a punt, on a bobbled snap on 4th down by Dylan Cavanaugh, take it into the end zone. So we are an opportunistic defense. We have to maintain that same pressure and poise tonight, and I'm just looking forward to see what with the offensive credentials that Crittenden brings into the game, how we will compete against that, and I think we're really in great shape, Dennis, as far as that's concerned.
Well, we were looking at some of the stats last week. Crittenden County fell to Tree County. Tree came back to take that one, I think, 29-20. Hunter Boone had a good game going on in that contest. I think he threw for close to 200 yards. Percentage was high, but he was picked off 3 times. So when we've got corners like Trell and Jameer, and then you have the linebackers like Hunter and some of the others, Burden back there also, Englebright, they'll have a shot tonight maybe if the coverage stays where they need to be to maybe get their hands on a ball tonight. In fact, Caldwell County has 5 interceptions in the first 3 games.
We will, I guarantee you, we will maintain the pressure tonight, and that Hunter Boone will not have an easy night in the pocket. And once you start scrambling in the pocket, trying to get away from the rush, then you're apt to put the ball up for grabs. Another thing that we've got to look at tonight, Dennis, is Crittenden County. We play maybe 3 or 4 kids both ways, but Crittenden has about 7 or 8 that they play both ways. And when we're playing fast, we're wearing those kids out, so they're either going to be considered less effective on defense or less effective on offense as the game grows into the 3rd and 4th quarters.
You're absolutely right, and Crittenden County has given up some points this year. They gave up 27 even in the big win over Stewart County, Tennessee, a game which they won 62-27. A little tougher competition at Tree County last week. They lost 29-20, so they are giving up a few points. Caldwell County maybe found some things that were working in the second half against Hopkinsville last week. The Lickenhouse spread on this thing is like 51 points. Now, I will be surprised if either team scores 51 points. I would like to see it tonight, but Caldwell County has a chance tonight to finally get that offense clicking a little bit, build a little momentum as they got another away game next week at Henderson. So it'll be a good night to maybe get that offense going.
Well, the other thing about that, Dennis, is that Coach Barnes will not continue to pour it on should we get out to a big lead on that. So there's no way we're going to beat this team by 51 points tonight. But I think we can have our way with them. The first drive is going to be key. What they do on offense and how we take care of that on defense. So drive 1 of the game, I think, is key, both from our offensive standpoint and from our defensive standpoint.
And captains are coming out. Bob, I'll let you call the captains off for Caldwell County.
And for Caldwell County, number 72, Cole Baker. Number 35 is Will Bashir. 32 is Hunter Van Hooser, and 24 is Dylan Gray for the Tigers. They're at the midfield shaking hands with each other, with the referees. Coach Starnes is out there, along with Coach Barnes.
And we mentioned this earlier in the pregame show here. It's like a game amongst friends. Now, it'll be a battle when the whistle blows and they get between the lines, but this is about as community as you can get between 2 schools to play football.
And only probably 20 miles apart or something in that neighborhood, 22, 23 miles. Marion's always been a town that has had a football tradition. One of the early football games I can remember, Dennis, was played on Thanksgiving Day at the old Butler Stadium on Thanksgiving, and it snowed, probably 1956, 1957. That was always our traditional, and they were Marion High at that time, traditional football game on Thanksgiving Day. Caldwell County has won the toss, and we will defer to the second half.
And Bob, real quickly, we have 4 minutes left before we kick this one off. And before we close out the pregame show, I do want to mention the improvement in a special teams area. I thought Bashir did a much better job with the punting duties last week at Hopkinsville. He's getting, it seemed like in a week's time, he picked up 10 to 15 yards on a kick.
And that's another situation where the young man hadn't been in that spot before at the varsity level. Took him a little bit to get started, but tonight he's been punting well here in pregame, and he had 2 punts in that Hopkinsville game, taking the Tigers back to the 3-yard line, back to the 10-yard line. So that's one of the things that we look for here is a strong punting game. We got a strong kickoff game with the really great leg of Boyce Nichols. And the Tigers are about to kick off here. We're down to 3 minutes. Crittenden County coming over to this side. Officials huddling in midfield, looking across the field. As we mentioned earlier, we probably got fans from end zone to end zone sitting on this embankment over there. It's kind of hard to put a figure on it. And there's the stands in front of us of Crittenden County fans. They're filled. So good night for football. A really cool night. Going to get a little more cool as we get into the second half, and probably in the mid-50s to high 50s by the time we get out here tonight. Should be a really, really sound game from a physical standpoint. I would think there would be no cramping going on tonight.
And that's going to do it for us for the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. I want to mention once again, we're glad to have Javen McGregor on, starting up the new business, coming on with us. McGregor Group can take care of all of your heating and cooling needs. All you have to do is call them at 270-896-5044. Commercial, light commercial, new construction, replacements, repairs. You give Javen a call, he'll take care of you for sure. That's the McGregor Group Heating and Air, owned and operated by Javen McGregor, and we appreciate Javen being the sponsor of our pregame show tonight. We're inside of 2 minutes till kickoff. We'll take a quick break and be back to kick this one off. You're listening to Tiger Football on 103.3 The Tiger.
Here at McGregor Group Heating and Air, we are so proud to be a part of this community. We want to thank you for the opportunity to serve you for all of your heating and air needs. McGregor Group Heating and Air specializes in residential, new construction, and light commercial installations, also servicing most makes and models. We offer fast service with polite and friendly staff. We provide our customers with a peace of mind by offering the best warranties in the industry, along with high-quality products. McGregor Group Heating and Air is located at 960 Varmint Trace here in call today at 270-896-5044. We're the company that
Back to Rocket Stadium, Bob. We're about to get this one kicked off here at Marion. It's Caldwell County, Crittenden County tonight. Almost like a home game atmosphere for us as we pack a crowd over here with a short drive over from Princeton.
It is a home type feel.
Number 40,
Boyce Nichols will set to kick off for Caldwell County as the Tigers will look to go 3-1 on the season. Crittenden County stands even, coming in at 1-1. Kickoff is up and we are underway from Marion. This one will be fielded at about the 7-yard line. Straight up the middle, got a hole up across the 25-30. He breaks it across the 40 and brought down by the kicker at the 45-yard line. Nichols stayed home, about the only thing that saved a touchdown. Big return out to the 45 for Crittenden County.
And that was a touchdown saving tackle by Boyce Nichols. And one thing to point out right now, Dennis, is that Dickie and Judy McAllister, who live in Princeton, have two children, one Amy East and one Mark McAllister, and they have a grandchild on each side here, and both kids are wearing number 22.
So a night where they have to sit on the 50, I guess.
Yes. 22 for us is Gabe East, 22 for them is Caden McAllister.
Hunter Boone, the quarterback for Crittenden County, takes a snap. It's a handoff and a no gain on the play as several Tigers converge on the tackle. That was Devin Nesbitt, another junior for Crittenden County. They're going to spot it at the 45. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Rockets.
Yeah, Devin was the one that returned that kickoff to the 45-yard line.
Caldwell County sets up with East deep. Crittenden County has two receivers wide each side. Trail Riley has the coverage on the near side for the Tigers. Boone drops back, quick pass, complete across the 50. Tackle made by Trail Riley, but the play goes up to the Caldwell County 44-yard line, so it'll be a 1st down for the Rockets.
Tackle by Trail Riley.
Mason Hunt on the catch for Crittenden County. Boone drops back into the shotgun. Two receivers each side for the Rockets. Quick pass to the far sideline. This is going to be intercepted. Jameer Riley intercepted at the 35, and this is going to be a touchdown with one player to beat, but a slew of blockers down there. And he does get tackled. I thought that you had that all the way, Bob. He's going to be driven out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. Interception, Jameer Riley. Crittenden County had one player giving chase and 3 blockers for Caldwell County. Somehow he was able to get through and make the tackle on Jameer. But a big turnover early for Caldwell County. And we talked about that, Bob, that Boone likes to throw the ball. They'll throw the ball just about as much as Caldwell County, but he did have 3 picks last week against Trigg County. So the corners for Caldwell County were aware of that. They were looking for the ball, and good position by Jameer Riley.
That ball was almost telegraphed. We could see from here that certainly Jameer stepped in front. And
Jaggers hands off to Dylan Gray, and touchdown is signal. It's touchdown Caldwell County. One play and one score for the Tigers. 10:51 left in the first quarter. There's a flag on the play, so let's hold up on this one. It is against the Tigers. Illegal procedure against Caldwell will nullify the touchdown and bring it back. So a penalty on the first offensive possession for the Tigers. A little adrenaline maybe in that offensive line.
Trying to back them up 5 yards where it'll still be first down and goal.
First and goal from the 8-yard line now for Caldwell County. 2 receivers each way. Jaggers drops back, looks to the corner. Rolling to the right, goes to the end zone, in and out of the hands of Jameer Riley. That was a nice pass on the run. Off the fingertips of Riley in the back of the end zone. And that'll bring up second down for the Tigers.
Second down and goal, Caldwell County.
Good rollout by Jaggers on that one. Caldwell County is going to bring 2 receivers each side again. Gray in the backfield. Jaggers drops back, sets up to Parker. Parker has it complete, but he's tackled quickly at the 8-yard line. No gain on the play. Third down now for Caldwell. Third and goal.
Third down and goal, Caldwell County.
Ball still on the 8-yard line after the penalty. Play comes in from the sideline. Caldwell puts Travis Newsom and Trell Riley on the far side. Jameer Riley, Oliver Parker near side. Gray in the backfield. Jaggers drops back. Now some pressure by Jaggers. He's having to scramble 3 on him. He's back here at the 30. Lets it go towards the end zone. And incomplete.
He is pressured by number 4, Gavin Dickerson.
A lot of pressure by Crittenden County on that play. They drove Joby all the way back, Bob, almost to the 35-yard line on the scramble. He was able to get rid of the ball, but Caldwell County fortunate not to suffer a big loss and even put him out of field goal position. So after opening up first and goal from the 3, Caldwell's going to settle for a 25-yard field goal attempt. Nichols in the ball game. Parker for the hold. Snap is back and down. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 9:58 left in the first quarter, Caldwell County on the board first. It's the Tigers 3 and the Rockets nothing. Bob, we'll keep it right here on this one. It's even though you're putting points on the board, kind of a missed opportunity as Caldwell scored on the first play, but the penalty nullified that, brought it back to the 8, and the offense unable to generate anything.
You hate to give up a situation like we just had where it looked like we had the sideline made, but tremendous, I don't know whether blockers got in our way or not, but the only kid that could have stopped Jameer made a tackle at the 3-yard line. We get pushed back today, but we're able to convert and get the lead here.
So
Caldwell County will tee it up at the 40. Nichols will put it into play for the Tigers. Boone will come out knowing he's facing some quickness on the corners against Caldwell County. We'll see if that alters what Crittenden tries to do as far as going to the side.
And we'll see how this kickoff is covered. The last one almost was broken for a touchdown.
Nesbitt, one of 2 players back for Crittenden County. Caldwell kicks it away from him this time. It's fielded at the 7-yard line. Crittenden brings it back up the middle, hit. Much better coverage this time as he's going to be pulled down just across the 20. Caleb Burton in on the tackle along with number 33 for Caldwell County, and that is Tate Van Hoosier. So Crittenden will start, let's call it from the, see where they spot this, Bob, from the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 Rockets. 9:50 to go in the first quarter. Boone's going to go out of an empty backfield set. 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. He drops back, looks deep. Lob is going to be too far. Incomplete.
Boone's pass intended for Nesbitt, incomplete.
It was really good coverage by Dylan Kavanaugh. Dylan got the bump early. Nesbitt had trouble getting by him, and the ball well overthrown on the timing route. 2nd and 10 now for the Rockets.
We mentioned a while ago what the uniforms were. Caldwell all white, Crittenden blue pants and gray shirts. So it's a little nice looking uniform. Good clash out here of uniforms.
2 receivers each way as Boone wants to change the play now. Trying to find their play clock. I'm not seeing. Oh, I see it up by the scoreboard now. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Plenty of time. Boone drops back. Complete up at the 30-yard line.
Boone's pass.
Boone has got a very quick release, Bob. He doesn't hold the ball very long. That line doesn't have to protect a great deal.
Has a nice throwing motion.
3rd down and 3.
3rd and 3 for Crittenden County after the completion. Devin Nesbitt in the backfield. Caldwell County brings the blitz. It's complete at the 40, and Crittenden County's got down to the 40 on the other end, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Crittenden County. Ethan Dossett on the catch from Boone.
Touchdown, Rocket.
Quick pass over the middle. Caldwell County brought the blitz from the linebacker position. Blitz picked up, and the pass was right in stride. Hit Ethan Dossett right in stride. He got over the middle, and nobody from Caldwell County able to catch him. Crittenden's going to set up for the extra point. So with 9:07 left in the first quarter, Crittenden County takes their first lead of the night, 6-3, and looking to tack one on. Snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. 9:07 left in the quarter. It's Crittenden County 7, Caldwell County 3. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
It's a lot of hard work and fast-paced time of year for our area farmers. Harvest time comes around quickly, and no one knows that better than Fredonia Valley Bank. Surrounded by beautiful corn and bean fields for the past 123 years, sits a real community bank, Fredonia Valley Bank. We find great pleasure serving our customers and the hard-working farmers and businesses that make up our local community. We keep the soil flowing to our veins and our hearts grounded in serving our local communities we call home. Visit us today at 602 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia, and 226 Commerce Street, Eddyville. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back to Rocket Stadium. Crittenden County with the quick strike takes the lead 7-3 over Caldwell County. It was Boone to Dossett
for 70 yards, and it was another accurate pass. We had the, I don't know whether we had the blitz on or not, but he slipped past his man and was gone. Pretty decent speed shown by Mr. Dossett on that catch.
And Boone, as we said tonight, has been pretty accurate so far, aside from the one interception that turned into 3 for Caldwell County. Now, Trell and Jameer Riley are back at their 15-yard line, set to take the kickoff. Low line drive kick off of Caldwell's front man, picked up by number 3, goes to the sideline, hit, and goes out of bounds. It'll be good field position for Caldwell County. That was Dylan Kavanaugh. Actually, the ball hit one of the up men for Caldwell County. Deflection went to Kavanaugh.
Number 9, Oliver Parker on the return for the Tigers.
They said Parker. That was Kavanaugh, though, on the return for Caldwell.
It was Kavanaugh. Ball marked at the...
Ball's going to be spotted at the 42-yard line, Bob.
42-yard line of the Tigers.
So Caldwell County is going to bring Parker near side, 3 receivers to the far side. Jaggers quickly complete and up across the 50.
It's Travis Newsom.
That is Travis Newsom with the reception.
Brandon Laney on the tackle.
Caldwell County quickly back to the line of scrimmage.
Travis Newsom carry. It's going to be first down and 10. Caldwell
So staple of the Caldwell offense is get back up quickly. Something Coach Barnes has ran for years. Parker again near sideline. 3 receivers set far side. Snap straight back to Trail out of the Wildcat. Trail comes across, tries to turn the corner, flag down as he goes across the 50 and out of bounds.
Runs the ball for Caldwell County. There are flags on the play.
Direct snap went to Trail Riley on the play. Flag thrown near side at the 50-yard line. We'll see what this one is. It's going to be a block in the back by Caldwell County. So the Tigers will be moved back. First time we've seen that little Wildcat formation this year, Bob, on the straight snap back to Trail Riley. Crittenden County signaling they will accept the penalty, so referee saying we're going to mark this one off too.
Penalties against Caldwell County.
Penalty thrown right in front of Trail as he tried to make the turn here on the near side at the 50. They'll spot it back at the Caldwell 39-yard line. Still first down, but long way to go for the Tigers. They put Parker in motion. Swing pass is to Parker. He's got a couple of blockers in front of him. Gets up across the 45 and near the 50-yard line before he's brought down.
Takes the football. We think number 9, Hunter Jones, is there on the tackle.
Flag still down again on this one.
There's another flag on the play.
It's a hold against the Tigers.
Holding is the call against.
So, Bob, not the best start offensively after the momentum we picked up against Hopkinsville last week. Not the best start for the Tigers tonight.
Certainly an inauspicious start here.
The hold is against Caldwell County. Referee's giving Crittenden the option, talking to the team captain on the defensive end. I think they are going to move Caldwell back. You would think they would. Parker picked the gain up to near midfield. And they are going to decline it. They decided to decline it. Penalty will be declined, and it'll be second down for Caldwell County. Still second and long for the Tigers. Ball is going to be spotted at the 48-yard line of Caldwell County. Second and 23. Now 4 receivers set. Empty backfield for Jaggers. 4 receivers this side. Quick swing pass to East. It's complete, but he's got a lot of blue around him. He's going to go down for a loss. Back at about the 46-yard line. Crittenden County read that one.
Caden McAllister in on the stop for the Rockets.
Oh, was it a McAllister on the?
Yeah. For the Tigers.
Third down, Caldwell County. 2 receivers each way with Dylan Gray in the backfield. Under 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Jaggers looks to the sideline. Snap is back. Jaggers looks over the middle. He's got a man open, deflected at the last second. He had East open. But it was deflected by Crittenden County, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down and long for Caldwell County. And Bob, this is the crowd's getting into the game. Crittenden's getting a little confidence here early in this ball game. And we talked in the pregame, you couldn't overlook Crittenden tonight. They've taken their lumps the last couple of years, but a much improved Rocket team here against Caldwell tonight.
They are much improved, and they're taking the fight to us.
The Shears punt is going to hit at the 20, and Stick actually takes a roll back. So Ben Holt downs it, and they'll spot it at the 22-yard line. Crittenden County will have it 1st and 10 from their own 22 as they lead this one 7-3 with 7:34 left in the first. Both these teams throw the ball a lot, Bob, so it's one of those games in high school that could take a while to play tonight. Hunter Boone looks back. He's got one back in the backfield. That's Nesbitt. Extra tight end in for Boone. It's complete across the 30. Great catch.
Incomplete.
Oh, they're going to rule it incomplete. Say it hit the ground.
Bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Rockets.
Hunt almost made a spectacular catch. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Crittenden County. Nesbitt in the backfield with Boone. Boone still looks near side. This one in and out of the hands of Hunt. A little bit overthrown. Trell Riley on the coverage for Caldwell County.
Number 1, Trell Riley on the coverage for Caldwell County. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
3rd down and 10 now for the Rockets. Rob, Crittenden County has yet to throw a pass that they've taken over maybe 2 seconds to throw. Nothing long so far by the Rockets at all.
And it looks like, Dennis, that we're laying off 5 or 6 yards on their receivers and giving them that underneath 5-6 yard catch possibility.
And Crittenden County moves on this one. That will back the Rockets up 5 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 15 after the spot.
It's going to be a false start against the Rockets. Going to back them up 5 yards.
And you're right, Bob. You've got Trell Riley that gets up on the line and probably drops back a good 5 or 6 yards. Dylan Gray maybe 4 or 5 yards off of his man. Same thing on the far side. 2 receivers each way for Crittenden with Nesbitt in the backfield. Boone changes the play. Snap is back. Boone looks far side. Now he comes to the near side, almost intercepted by Trell Riley. I think that was a mix-up as Hunt never looked back for Crittenden County. So 3 incompletions and a penalty. Crittenden County only able to lose 5 yards on that possession. They'll bring out the punt unit. Looks like, is Boone going to handle that too, or surely they aren't going for it?
I would think he would be the punter.
I think he's the punter. He's set up almost like a shotgun depth.
He's not very deep. You're right, Dennis. I wonder what we see on film that we maybe could block this.
Boone takes it, angles it towards the sideline, end over end. Takes a bad bounce. I hope Trell or Jameer didn't touch it. It takes a big bounce for Crittenden County all the way back to the Tiger 29-yard line. A low line drive that hit on Crittenden's end of the field.
The 1st down and 10 for the Tigers.
Scooted through Trell and Jameer like a bad hop grounder in baseball. And it's going to be spotted at the 29-yard line of Caldwell County where the Tigers will take over. 1st and 10.
54-yard punt then, probably 25 to 30 of that on the roll.
Yeah, it had more roll than it had air. So Caldwell County will come out, see if they can get that offense cranked up a little bit. They trailed 7-3 with 7:13 left to go in the first. Little discussion at the spot of the ball by several of the officials. Not sure what they could be talking about on this one.
Yeah, what maybe a sideline warning or?
And might be. I went to talk to some of the managers. The coaches had the managers do something. I'm not sure what's going on this side, but
we've got one official over here behind the Rocket sidelines. But it looks.
Statue of Liberty play goes nowhere for the Tigers.
The ball off to the running back in the backfield.
And Bob, you're right. The official has come over and taken a seat on the bench on Crittenden County's side.
Who was on the carry then, Dennis?
I think that was Gray.
And 12.
2nd and 12, loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12 for Caldwell from the 27-yard line. Snap is back. Handoff is to Kavanaugh. He gets around the corner just a little bit, but stopped
Number 3, Dylan
shy of the 35-yard line.
Takes the ball from the Tiger quarterback. Scampers toward his home sidelines.
Kavanaugh on the carry for the Tigers. We'll see where they spot this one. Let's call it the 32-yard line.
3rd down coming up for Caldwell County.
3rd down and long for Caldwell. We'll call it 3rd down and 6. Snap is back to Jaggers. He's got some pressure, having to roll. Tries to get loose of the ball. He does. It's to Kavanaugh, but the completion results in a loss on the play.
Cody Bell on the tackle for the Rockets.
The completion to Kavanaugh
brings up 4th down.
Takes it back to the 25-yard line, 26-yard line. 4th down for the Tigers. And Bob, this offense is right now just in quicksand to start this game off.
You could say that we're not fooling anybody.
Snap is back to Bashir. His kick is up. Nice kick, end over end. It's going to bounce at the 43. This time it takes a Caldwell bounce. It'll go inside the 30 and down at the 29-yard line of Crittenden, or the 34-yard line of Crittenden County. Good kick by Bashir, but Bob Joby has been pressured on several occasions tonight. The coverage has been great by Crittenden County. They've got 2 or 3 tacklers anytime the ball is completed. Now Boone comes back out. He'll have 2 receivers each side as Crittenden County starts from their own 34-yard line. Boone and Nesbitt in the backfield. Handoff is to Nesbitt. He's going to go off the left side. Not much on that one. Good job by Caldwell County to fill that hole pretty quickly. We'll see who's at the bottom of the pile. Looks like number 35 for Caldwell County. Of course, that's Will Bashir in on the tackle for Caldwell.
Couple yards on the 2nd down.
Also Van Hoosier in there for the Tigers. Pickup of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 for Crittenden. Snap is back to Boone. He's going to come this side. Incomplete. A little bit of contact by Gray, but no flag on the play. I'm not sure that one was catchable to begin with, though, Bob.
Well, I don't know how they do that anymore, but we're right here in front of us. It didn't look like there were any interference going on. Not a well-thrown ball by Hunter on that one.
So ball spotted. This brings up a 3rd down and 8 now for the Rockets. Hunter Boone comes up to the line. Much like Caldwell County, you won't see Boone under center much, if at all, tonight. 2 receivers each way with Nesbitt in the backfield. They're checking the play. Down to 6 seconds on the play clock. Snap is back. Boone drops back. Got some pressure. Throws over the middle. It's complete at the 42-yard line. And down. Kavanaugh saved a touchdown. But it is complete. And let's see who that was on the reception. Is that number 16 on the reception?
Number 16 is Laney Brannon. And ball is marked at the Caldwell County 20.
Ball is sitting, let's see, yes, it looks like it's, no, let's call that the 19-yard line. Boone comes up. He'll bring 2 receivers each side. He'll put one of the far receivers in motion. Handoff is to Nesbitt. He's going to try to go to the left, cuts it back up the middle. Not much there again, but still a pickup of about 2 for Nesbitt.
Runs forward and tackled by approximately 5 Caldwell County Tigers. Is going to be 2nd down.
Stop on the play.
6.
Pretty nice gain by Nesbitt on the play. He picked up 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6 for the Rockets. I think Burden was in on the tackle, one of a few for Caldwell County. Crittenden playing with more and more confidence as this first quarter ticks away, down to about 4:20 left in the quarter. They bring a player in motion. Quick pass is in and out of the hands. That's a timing pattern on a little slant play.
Brings up
incomplete. 3rd down and 6 for the Rockets. But Bob, that was there too. That was right in the stomach of the receiver.
Yeah, that was thrown beautifully. It should have been caught.
You almost think Crittenden did enough scouting to feel comfortable that Caldwell's defenders would play off the ball a little bit. Everything Boone has thrown so far of the quick variety. Caldwell County brings some pressure from the outside. Swing pass to Nesbitt. Far sideline. He's hit. Burden takes him. He'll not get a first down.
Number 1, Devin Nesbitt.
Pass was complete to Nesbitt, but it'll bring up 4th down for Crittenden County.
Ball at the 14-yard line, pickup of 2 yards on that play.
So it'll be 4th down and 4 for the Rockets. I'm not sure. I didn't see any of their kickers warming up in the pregame, so Boone coming back out.
Key down here for the Tigers. 4th and a long 3, short 4.
2 backfield for Boone. He's going to go to the corner on a fade pattern. It's complete. Touchdown, Crittenden County.
It's complete for number 10, Ethan Dossett.
Dossett again with the completion. Trail Riley on coverage. Trail felt like he was pushed on the play. Referee right there in the corner. So Boone to Dawson again for Crittenden County. And the Rockets have taken a 10-point lead.
For every Rocket touchdown.
And they'll set up to tack on the extra point.
Research Foundation. Thank you, Rogers Group, for that.
Very impressive start by Boone and that offense for Crittenden County so far tonight. Crittenden sets up, snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. So with 3:24 left in the first quarter, Caldwell County finds themselves in a hole early. It's Crittenden 14, Caldwell 3. We'll be back with more. Stay tuned. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
We are back at Rocket Stadium, and Caldwell surprisingly in the hole early, 14-3. That defense that has played so well the first 3 games of the season being picked apart by Hunter Boone on a lot of short crossing passes. And Bob, it's nothing long for Crittenden County. They're just hitting some timing routes with a precision that you really didn't expect tonight.
And the thing about it is, when you look at the stats, Boone is 4 out of 11. 1 interception, and has 2 touchdowns and a bunch of yards in the air.
And a lot of that is after the catch. Crittenden set for the kickoff. This one's going to angle to the sideline and go out of bounds. So Caldwell County will have good field position. They'll start out at the 35-yard line. But Bob, yeah, he's made some poor passes, had the one picked off early that Caldwell almost ran back for the touchdown, but he's able to hit some of these kids in stride, and they're picking up a lot of yards after the catch here early on.
They are indeed, for a fact.
Caldwell County is going to take possession.
And the officials setting the spot. Still some discussion. But it is Caldwell trailing this one now, 14-3. And so far the offense not able to generate, to my memory, we don't even have a first down in the first quarter, do we?
We do not have a first down.
So we're still waiting for that Little Caesars first down here in the first quarter. And procedure.
Out of bounds. Caldwell takes possession at the 35-yard line. First down and 10.
Flag on the play. That kick did go out of bounds, so they spotted at the 35. Like we said, I don't know what took so long to set it. Crittenden County brings some pressure. Jaggers takes it over to Parker near sideline. Parker hit at the 35, fights his way up near the 40.
Oliver Parker.
Bob, everything picked up on that play, Oliver earned because he was taking hit after hit just to pick up, what do you get, 3 yards on the play.
We'll give him 3 yards on the play, 38.
2nd and 7 for the Tigers. Gray in the backfield with Jaggers. Joby drops back, looks over the side, complete to Jameer Riley at the 44-yard line. Ball comes loose. And let's see, it looks like Jameer gets back on it. So Caldwell County does pick up that first Little Caesars first down up to the Crittenden County 42-yard line. Let's take out, 42 will be the spot for that one. First big completion of the night for the Tigers. Now Jaggers looks over the middle again, complete to Jameer Riley, comes out of his hands again. Ball loose and recovered by Crittenden County at the 20-yard line.
That was Jameer that fumbled.
Jaggers hit Jameer Riley right in stride across the middle. Riley able to catch the ball, make a couple of steps, and then the ball just slipped out of his hands. I'm not sure if he was trying to set it in his arm for the carry, but it came out. Crittenden County, after a couple of bounces, picks it up. So it's turnover Caldwell County as Crittenden takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line with 3 minutes left to go in the first. Hand off to Nesbitt. He's going to try the right side. Burden there for Caldwell County. Not much on that one. Looked like a flag came in late.
Gavin Dickerson.
And no flag on the play. So ball spotted still at the 20. No gain. They gave him a yard on the board, but I don't think he got that. Ball still touching the 20-yard line. Boone comes up, drops back into the gun. Quickly looks to the far sideline, complete. Receiver slips, knee goes down. Of course, in high school and college, as soon as that knee hit, it's down. So the loss on the play will go back to the 18-yard line. 3rd down and 12 for Crittenden County. Crittenden County is slow to get the play in. They're going to bring 2 receivers each side. Now they're going to bunch a trio on the near sideline on the left. And whistles blow this one. See, somebody's taking a timeout. It is Crittenden County taking the timeout. Couldn't get the formation set like they wanted. 1:46 left in the first quarter. And Crittenden County has come out with about the best start, Bob, that they could even hope for tonight.
Research, the National Parkinson's Research Foundation.
They have played an inspired game so far here. This is a crucial down to hold them with they're deep in their territory. 3rd down, 12 yards for the Rockets.
Jameer had a game-opening interception. Jameer Riley brought it down to the Crittenden 3. And Caldwell, the only thing they had on that drive was a penalty, pushed them back to the 8. No gain on the next couple of plays. Had to settle for 3. Since then, it's all Crittenden County. As it's been Boone to Dossett, wasn't it, Bob?
Yes, for 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns to Dossett so far in this game. Caldwell really needs that defense to hold as Crittenden faces 3rd and long right here.
At halftime of this game as part of our Stay Barnes Strong program.
And Crittenden County is doing a great job honoring Coach Barnes and the Parkinson's Foundation. They'll have a presentation at halftime here at Marion. Crittenden County comes back out. 3 receivers to the near sideline, 1 split to the far side. Boone drops back, hit as he throws. It's going to be incomplete. Nice effort by East to try for the interception. Bringing pressure back there was Bashir.
For the Rockets.
Will hit Boone just as he released the ball. And it'll bring up 4th down. Trell Riley will drop back and should give Caldwell County very good field position. As Boone doesn't really drop back very far from the line on his punts, he'll kick this one from just outside the 10.
One thing we want to do on this one is not let it bounce 25 yards.
Like Caldwell might have jumped. They did not. No flags on the play ahead. And it's going to roll end over end across the 50.
The punt rolls out of bounds.
Caldwell will take over with very good field position at the 48-yard line, their own 48-yard line. Bob, these punts aren't getting much over 7 or 8 feet high, but they're end over end and picking up a lot of distance after they hit.
Once again,
I'm not sure if it's intentional, but it looks like something the kid has practiced.
Parkinson's Research Foundation.
He certainly knows how to get the full advantage of a bounce. 2
receivers each side with Jameer Riley and Oliver Parker near side. Jaggers rolls. It's complete to Jameer Riley at the 45. Gets up across the 40.
Pass is complete, number 2.
And down to the 38-yard line. Nice catch by Jameer Riley. Held on to that one.
He tackled by Costello.
And it is a Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County.
Caldwell County. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Jaggers doing the rollout quite a bit on the last few plays. This time the handoff is up the middle to Gray. Gray gets it across the 35-yard line.
For Caldwell County, Dylan Gray.
Dylan Gray with nice yardage on first down. He'll pick up 4 on the play. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. Parker and Riley near sideline. Now Jaggers is going to roll left. Looks to go across the middle. Incomplete and almost picked off.
Pass is incomplete.
He was looking for Jameer Riley. Overthrew that one. And fortunate that that wasn't picked off. That was in and out of the hands of a Crittenden defensive back. So with the incompletion, clock stops with 57 seconds left in the quarter. And Caldwell County facing 3rd and 6. Jaggers complete to Jameer Riley. Finally brought down. He hit Riley at about the 20-yard line. Gets it down. Looks like they'll spot it at about the 17-yard line. So a Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County as they keep the drive alive. First down Tigers from the Crittenden 17. Handoff is to Gray, and he's going to be hit for a loss.
Handoff number 24, Dylan Gray. He's met in the backfield.
And that'll back him back up to about the 18-yard line.
Loss was about 2 in the play.
Jameer Riley, Oliver Parker to the right. Jaggers goes right. Pass to Parker is complete. Parker across the 10 and inside the 10 before he's brought down.
For the Tigers. Hunter Jones.
Nice little pick play with Parker and Jameer Riley on the play. Caldwell County quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted at the 9-yard line. Snap is back. Whistles blow. This one did.
I think the clock just ran out.
And I think the quarter ended before Caldwell was able to get that one off. So at the end of one quarter, it's Crittenden County 14, Caldwell County 3. We'll be back with second quarter action in just a minute. You're listening to Tiger Football on 103.3 The Tiger.
Hello, this is Gloria Smith with the Law Office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrussolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement.
Here's a safety reminder from Crittenden Electric. Farming can be dangerous, so take time to observe some simple safety precautions. Look out for power lines before getting off or out of your cab, and when loading and transporting machinery on trailers, and when raising or keeping arms on extensions. Be careful when handling irrigation pipes, ladders, and rods, and keep equipment at least 10 feet away from power lines. And remember the kids. Kids love playing outdoors. It is up to all of us to ensure they do it safely. Crittenden Electric reminds you to remind the kids to stay away from electrical substations and avoid playing near green electrical boxes. Do not climb trees or fly kites and model airplanes near power lines. Keep ladders and poles away so the kids cannot climb them or raise them near power lines. A safety reminder from Penny Ryan Electric. Your touchstone energy cooperative.
Back to Rocket Stadium. Pass from Caldwell County is complete. Touchdown Caldwell County. We'll try to fill you in on what happened. Caldwell County before the end of the quarter was whistled with 1 second left in the quarter, whistled for a procedure call. So they had to come back out. Caldwell County penalized back to the 15-yard line. On the play, it was Jaggers.
Was it Travis Newsom?
And I could not pick up the receiver, but
who was the? I think it was too.
I think we'll give it to Newsom. Kick is up on the extra point. And it is good. So now officially at the end of the first quarter, it is Crittenden County 14, Caldwell County 10. We'll try to check on that receiver on the touchdown just to verify that. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Fairways class with $161.
Hey, we'll go ahead and bring it back here to Tiger Stadium. To Rocket Stadium. And Bob, the Tigers able to put some points on the board. Kind of some confusion right there at the end of the quarter. Riley, Trail Riley on the reception, Bob, on the touchdown. There was a big crowd. We were trying to figure out what the referees were doing when they put the teams back at that end of the field. But apparently 1 second that they put back on the clock to end the first quarter. So a completion from Jaggers to Trail Riley for 15 yards gives Caldwell their first touchdown of the night and pulls the Tigers back within 4 now as we start the second quarter.
And Rogers Group is giving
Rockets leading this one 14-10 as Nichols will tee this one up from the 40. Whistle blows for play. Nichols puts this one in the air. Nice kick. To be received at the 10-yard line by Crittenden County. They've got a hole back up the middle again. He's across the 40. And again, Nichols with the tackle, but not before Crittenden returns it to the 44-yard line.
To the 45-yard line, first down and 10 for the Rockets.
Bob, 2 big returns tonight for Crittenden County, and the tackle has been made by Boyce Nichols a couple of times tonight. That's the last person you want to make the tackle on a kickoff.
Well, and again, I don't know that the kid could have gone all the way, but Boyce slowed him up at the Rocket 44-yard line.
So Boone takes over, 2 receivers each way from his own 44. Flags are down.
We have a flag on the play.
And I think one of the near side receivers got a little quick start.
False start is the call against
False start will back Crittenden County up 5 yards to the 39-yard line.
First down try.
1st and 15 now for Crittenden. And a score reported in to us from the Stadium of Champions. Hopkinsville has the lead on Christian County early, 14-0. With 8:40 left in the second quarter. Boone now takes his first deep throw of the night. It's incomplete.
Intended for Belt.
Receiver was out of bounds. He almost made the catch down inside the 30.
On the coverage for Caldwell County. Going to bring up second down and 15.
2nd and 15 coming up for the Rockets. Boone will come out to set his offense. Nesbitt will be in the backfield. Looks like they're going to bring a 3-receiver set to the right side for Boone. He's going to swing Nesbitt out in an empty backfield now. Nesbitt, one of 2 receivers on the far side. Boone pump fakes, goes up, somehow complete at the 45. And it's Trail Riley bringing the receiver down at the 35-yard line.
Complete to Ethan Dossett.
Dawson again with the catch. Bob, 3 defenders around for Caldwell County. I don't know how Boone ever lobbed that one in there. Looked like Riley went for the interception, didn't get it. It fell right into the hands of Dossett. Crittenden County first down all the way up to the Caldwell County 35-yard line. Crittenden's going to put 3 receivers to the far side, 1 split to the right. Boone looks this way, route down the near sideline. It's complete, and I think they got his feet in bounds. Down to the Tiger 12-yard line. Whale of a throw by Hunter Boone to drop that one into double coverage. And Crittenden County has 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Looked like the last couple of plays, Caldwell's bitten on that little pump fake that Boone's put up. Boone in the backfield with Nesbitt. He'll hand off to Nesbitt, looks up the middle, and be thrown for a loss on the play.
Hands the ball off to Devin Nesbitt.
Let's see if they mark him for a loss. They're going to say no gain on the play. Tackle by Hunter Van Hoosier.
About 1, second down and 9.
Caldwell County changing personnel on the field, getting Trell Riley back in coverage. Boone looking to the sideline for his play. 10:38 left in the first half. Crittenden County leads by 4 and driving. I formation now, first time. Boone's under center. Handoff to Nesbitt out of the back of the eye, and he's hit and driven back by 35 Bashirs.
To Dickerson. Will Bashir is in on the stop.
Ball at the 14-yard line, you
now
think?
Third down and 9.
They're going to say, it looked like he was driven back more on that one, Bob. It does look like it's back at the 14. Again, the I formation. Boone under center. They're going to roll out, and it's complete on the pass, but I'm not sure if he even got back to the original line of scrimmage.
We're so low, we're having a hard time picking up these yard lines down and deep.
Right. Dickerson on the reception.
Fourth down, Rockets.
So it's no gain on that pass play, it looks like.
No gain, and this time Crittenden's going for the field goal, it looks like. Number 38, Cody Belt for Crittenden County with Boone holding. Kick is blocked by Caldwell County all the way back out at the 40. Picked up by Kavanaugh. He's running down the sideline. Got one player to beat, and he's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And then recovered and returned by Caldwell County.
Caldwell almost returned that block the length of the field.
Tackle for the Rockets. A first down and 10 for the Tigers.
First and 10 for the Tigers with great field position. 9-10 left in the half. Let's see if Caldwell County can turn things around. Looked like Crittenden was driving to extend that lead. Caldwell's defense stood up, and now it's the offense on the field. 3 receivers to the near sideline. Handoff is to Gray. He finds a hole on the right side, bounces across, and let's see if they signal no touchdown. They're going to mark him down. We'll call it at the 3-yard line. Should be a first down. It'll be first and goal from the 3 for the Tigers. Handoff again to Gray. See if he can pick his way through that line. Hit and short gain on the play by Gray, but he does not get in.
Tackled by a lot of Rockets.
Still at the 3, you think, Dennis?
Let's give him a yard on the play. Second and goal from the 2. Gray in the backfield along with Baker. Handoff is to Gray again. He's got some blocking this time. Touchdown, Caldwell County.
Touchdown, Caldwell.
Dylan Gray with some nice blocking out of that backfield.
24. Dylan Gray with the touchdown run.
8:26 left in the first half. Caldwell County retakes the lead, 16-14, and pending that extra point. All that set up on the blocked field goal at the other end of the field a couple of plays earlier. Caldwell able to return it all the way down to about the 13-yard line. So Nichols on for the extra point. Snap is back, kick is up, plenty of distance, and it is good. 8:26 left in the first half. Caldwell County back out in front, 17-14. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Porter Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Cadiz, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Porter Gas is offering specials on propane. Porter Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Porter Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Porter Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
Howdy, folks. Colonel Sanders from KFC here with some real news. My delicious, world-famous original recipe fried chicken is available at a KFC near you. It has been and will be until the end of time. No matter what's happening in the world, you can trust it. My original recipe chicken is always made with 11 herbs and spices. Many unnamed sources agree. It's delicious. Get it at a KFC $10 chicken share and enjoy it with a friend. KFC, it's still finger-looking good. Limited time offer at participating KFCs. Prices may vary. Tax and substitutions extra.
Back to Rocket Stadium. Caldwell County now leads this one by a score of 17-14. Nichols puts it in play. Going to angle it away from Nesbitt. Short kick. Bounces picked up at the 13. Crittenden tries to come to the middle of the field for the return, but they've had some success up across the 25. And it should be down at the 26-yard line of Crittenden County. Much better coverage by the Tigers on that kickoff.
To be the 25-yard line. First down and 10, Rockets.
Not the darkest of lines here. You're right, Bob, on the field here, but I think we'll spot that one at the 26-yard line. Will be first and 10 for the Rockets with 8:17 left in the half. Hunter Boone, a big night through the air. 14 points on the 2 touchdowns from Boone to Dossett. 2 receivers each way with Nesbitt in the backfield. Boone's going to roll to his left. Thrown and intercepted. It's Jameer Riley on the far sideline. He's at the 10, the 5, and touchdown, Caldwell County.
Intercepted by number 2, Jameer Riley.
Jameer Riley on the interception and the touchdown. So a big play by Jameer on the deflection. Comes up with the interception and pretty much waltzed that one into the end zone. Caldwell County now leads 23-14, looking to take it out to 10 on the leg of Boyce Nichols.
How long do you think that was, Dennis? These yard lines, was that?
I think they spotted that at the, I would say it was about a 25-yard return.
That's what we'll call it.
Extra point is good.
Extra point is good. 8:07 left in the first half. Now it's Caldwell County 24, Crittenden County 14. We'll be back in 30 seconds, Darren, 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on WPKY.
Princeton Drug Company, 103 West Main in Princeton, proudly features low-cost prescriptions and friendly service. Princeton Drug offers in-town delivery, in-store pickup, or a convenient drive-thru window. Princeton Drug has a wide selection of Christian greeting cards for every occasion. Princeton Drug is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturday from 8:30 to 2:30. No deliveries on Saturday. Princeton Drug, 103 West Main Street, Princeton. Phone 365-5585.
Back to Rocket Stadium. Caldwell County's lead out to 10 points now. Big play by Jameer Riley. And, Bob, that's something we talked about in the pregame. Boone had some success against Tree County last week, but threw 3 picks. That's his second pick tonight. And Jameer Riley returned that one for the touchdown. Caldwell now leads 24-14 with 8:07 left in the half.
And again, another defensive touchdown for the Tigers. All year long, we've been able to capitalize on defense.
4th game of the year and 4th game that the defense has put points on the board. Kickoff is going to bounce, fielded at the 15-yard line. That is Nesbitt, gets up across the 30. And it'll be somewhere near the 32-yard line as Hunter Boone will bring his offense back out.
First down and 10 for the Rockets.
A little slow start for the defense tonight, but it seems like they've righted the ship somewhat the last few minutes, especially the better part of this quarter. Now Kavanaugh and Trail Riley will be in coverage on the near sideline. Jameer has a coverage far side. 3 receivers for Crittenden County on the near sideline. Also in coverage is number 35, Will Bashir. Crittenden goes back, wants to go far sideline. That one almost picked off. Hunter Van Hoosier had that one right in the bread basket. I'm sure he would like one more attempt at that one because I think he had his eye on 6 before he had the ball tucked in well enough. Coverage much better in the last few possessions for Caldwell County.
Crittenden County railing a little bit right now, I would think, Dennis.
Three receivers set to the right for Boone. He looks down the field, got a receiver open. It's complete at the 48 of Caldwell County, giving chase is Burden and Trail Riley. They tackle him finally, but not until he gets down to almost the 20-yard line. The referee's going to mark it at the 22-yard line. Boone saw that one opening up from the time he took the snap back in that shotgun, laid it right on stride. And they'll move the spot back now to the, it's still the 22-yard line. I think the side judge had it perfect. 1st and 10, Crittenden. Three receivers set to the right. Boone drops back. He's going to go far sideline. It's complete. Spin move. Touchdown. Third touchdown pass of the night for Boone.
Who's the receiver?
I'm trying to see the number on the receiver. It may have been number 10, Bob. And that, if it is, that's Dawson again.
We'll give him another touchdown.
Dawson, the receiver on it. Extra point attempt is up and good. So with 7:34 left in the first half, this one's starting to get wild. It's Caldwell County 24, Crittenden County 21. Back in 30 seconds, this is Tiger football on 103.3 The Tiger.
As the sun sizzles outside, drop by Sanders Gatherings and check out their late summer picks, garlands and wreaths, with loads of bright summer into fall colors. You'll find all American classics with rescued and reproduction pieces to create interiors that are reminiscent of yesteryear's simpler lifestyle. And just plain country accessories, including lamps, pottery, candlesticks, canvases, and much more. Sanders Gatherings is a cool store with cool prices. And as always, check out their half-price corner. Come on by Sanders Gatherings at 116 East Main in downtown Princeton. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 4. Phone 365-4000.
Back to Rocket Stadium, Bob. This one is starting to get the looks of and feel of a shootout tonight as Crittenden comes down the field, hits a nice spin move to Dawson on the far side. Boone and Dawson have hooked up 3 times tonight. Crittenden County has put 21 on the board in the first half against a strong Tiger defense. Tiger still clinging to a 24-21 lead as they drop Trell and Jameer Riley back deep. This time the kickoff is up high, bounces at the 25, fielded on the far side by Jameer Riley. He finds a hole up the middle, gets it across the 40, the 45, and brought down at the 47-yard line.
For the Tigers, out near midfield will be first down and 10, Caldwell County.
Caldwell with good field position to start this drive. 7:25 left in the first half. Nice return by Jameer Riley. I'm not surprised Caldwell's defense has scored on a play tonight, Bob, but I am surprised they've given up 21 points.
And our pass defense has been really porous on several occasions.
Newsom near sideline. This time the handoff goes up the middle. Appeared to be Dylan Gray, gets across the 50 down to the 49-yard line.
So Dylan Gray, second down.
Caldwell quickly back to the line of scrimmage. They've got East, Newsom, and Trail Riley near side. Oliver Parker far side with Gray in the backfield with Jaggers. Second down and 7 for the Tigers. And looks like a timeout's going to be called. Caldwell County had the formation they wanted. We'll just keep this one here, Darren. Caldwell County had the formation they wanted, just couldn't get the play called in time. Play clock ticking down. So to avoid the penalty, Caldwell County takes the timeout. 6:45 left in the first half.
End zone. Looks like a lot of y'all are already down there.
Highest scoring game by far so far of the season on the Caldwell schedule. Speaking of the schedule, next week we are still away from home as we'll take the road show to Henderson County. Bob will be on with Coach Barnes at 6 o'clock next Friday night. Pregame show at 6:30, and then kickoff from Henderson County next Friday night at 7 o'clock right here on WPKY. Teams back out on the field, 2 receivers each way for Caldwell. Jaggers drops back, looks far side, complete to Parker. Parker stood up, and they had a hit laid on him right at the 50-yard line. Crittenden County stood Parker up, had the one right around his ankles. He was standing up, and Crittenden just unloaded. Play will lose a yard. Ball spotted back at the 50-yard line.
Makes it 3rd down 7 for the Tigers.
Jaggers drops back, has decent protection. Now he's going to have to scramble. Gets rid of the ball, throws it up. Complete somehow to Dylan Gray up at the 48-yard line.
Pass is complete.
A dangerous throw. I'm sure that Jaggers saw Gray right there, but a really wobbly throw with a lot of pressure. Caldwell County gets the completion, but not enough close for a 1st down, so Bashirs will come out to punt. Ball spotted officially at the Crittenden 48-yard line. Snap is back. Kick is up. Nice kick by Bashir. Good spiral on it. Gets a good Caldwell County bounce. It's going to bounce inside the 10-yard line.
Nice punt, rolls down inside the 10-yard line.
Looks like they'll spot it at the 9, so a good job by Bashir. And Bob, we talked about that a little bit during the pregame show, how much Bashir had improved last week against Hoptown from the week before against Graves County.
And we want to be sure we can keep the Rockets backed up in their own territory.
5 minutes, 30 seconds left in the half. Caldwell County leads this one 24-21. Boone in the backfield with Nesbitt. He'll have 2 receivers each way. Snap is back, quickly looks up. In stride, it's complete. All the way out to the 25-yard line. That's number 38 for Crittenden County.
1st down, Rockets.
Cody Belt,
Dave East on the tackle.
one of the few seniors on the squad. Most of these kids are juniors. Bob, we talked about how they had a rebuilding season a couple of years ago, had a lot of freshmen playing. Fruits of the labor starting to pay off for the Rockets. Boone back, complete, far sideline, in and out of the hands. He dropped it. Had it complete at the 25, but the receiver not able to hold on. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Clock stops with 5:12 left in the half. Stay tuned at halftime. Bob will have all of the first half stats. We'll take a look towards the second half. Boone takes a snap, swing pass out to Nesbitt. Nesbitt looked up the field before the ball got to him. So incomplete and 3rd down. Bob, another case tonight. We've seen a couple of kids on both sides of the ball not look the ball into their hands, starting to look up the field. Nesbitt did that on that possession.
And close to being a backward pass on top of that.
So 2 receivers each way for Crittenden. Pass is complete out near the 40. Once again, that's Belt. Let's see if it's enough for a 1st, and it is. 1st down at the 39-yard line. Crittenden County on the move again as we tick under 5 minutes to go in the half. Bashir shows pressure from the near side. Belt back. Bashir hits and ball loose. Let's see who gets on it. Caldwell County pointing our way. And it is Caldwell County ball on the hit by Bashir. And Bashir was able to come up with it also. We saw that one coming as Bashir lined up for the blitz from that linebacker position on the near side. Boone never saw him coming. Good play by Bashir. Causes the fumble and recovers it. Ball spotted at the Crittenden County 32-yard line. Back and forth game so far tonight. Caldwell County currently up by 3. Caleb Burden in the backfield. Now a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
And it looks like maybe a delay of game against Caldwell County. Let's see what it is. No, it's motion. Legal procedure against Caldwell County. And that'll back them up 5 yards to the 37-yard line.
Penalties against the Tigers going to back them up.
Burden goes right back off the field as Caldwell County brings Gray into the backfield now with Jaggers. 2 tight end set with Gray in the backfield. Parker and Trail Riley. And I think that's going to be another motion call.
All over the field.
And it is against Caldwell County, another 5 yards back.
Backing up 5 more yards. It's going to be first down and 20.
First and 20 for the Tigers. Kind of self-destructing after the turnover and good field position.
Timeout. Caldwell.
Caldwell coach is going to settle the players and call a timeout. 4:35 left in the half. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger football on 103.3 The Tiger.
With the Will Agency in Crittenden, Kentucky. Are you wanting the best options that meet your needs? If so, call our friendly and professional agents who are just a phone call away at 365-5541 or visit our website, woodallagency.com. We will give you a free quote for your home, auto, or even your business. We will get back with you on the best options that meet your needs. Our office is located at 110 West Washington Street. Call Woodall, y'all.
We are back at Rocket Stadium. Wild first half here tonight. Caldwell County leads 24-21. They got the ball on a fumble recovery by Will Bashir, but so far 2 plays have resulted in 2 procedure penalties. This time handoff to Jameer Riley, gets it up to the 40, breaks it out, bounces off a tackle up across the 30, down to the 20, still on his feet, down near the 10-yard line.
For Caldwell County, that's Jameer Riley.
Good job by Jameer Riley. Didn't give up after the play kind of bottlenecked at the line of scrimmage. He's going to get down to the 11-yard line. That's a Little Caesars first down for Jameer Riley.
31-yard run by that time by Jameer.
Jameer Riley on the carry, yes, sir. Great extra effort by Riley. He's in the backfield again. He goes in motion, takes a handoff, and it's going to be whistled dead.
Whistles on the play, possibly a flag.
Let's see what happened there. It looked like well after the play had started.
Not a flag, just a whistle.
Just a, I guess, an inadvertent whistle. Now they wind the clock. Jameer Riley back in the backfield. 3 receivers to the far side for Caldwell County. Jaggers over the middle. Let's see if it's in. Is it complete?
Pass is complete.
Complete. Touchdown, Caldwell County. And that was number 15. I think it's Ben Holt. Nice catch. He had to go behind the ball, thrown just a little bit behind Ben. He was able to turn in the end zone, come up with the catch. So it's Jaggers to Holt. Caldwell County moves the lead out to 9 and maybe 10 pending the extra point. Bob, that was a nice catch by Ben Holt.
He had to twist around his body to get that one.
Yeah, he twisted, spun around, and hit the ground. Kick is up and good.
Extra point is good. The score now.
Let's keep this one here. 3:58 left in the first half. It's Caldwell County now leading 31-21. Bob, we had to look at that one for just a second as Holt had to make the catch, turn, and hit the ground. We had to make sure he held on to it.
He's made a couple of nice catches this year. That was a fantastic catch. So growing as a sophomore, he is a sophomore.
Well, good job by Ben. He comes up with the touchdown catch. Caldwell County back out in front by 10. And I'll be the first to say I'm really surprised by the number of points on the board tonight for both teams here as we approach halftime. We still have almost 4 minutes to go till halftime.
I'm worn out, Dennis.
You may have to change pens before halftime tonight.
I might have to go to the Walmart around here and get a ream of paper. I may be out of paper.
Wild one here in Marion tonight. These are the fun ones to watch when the points start racking up. Turnovers have hurt Crittenden County tonight. Caldwell able to cash in that fumble recovery by Will Bashir, turn it into 7 points and push that lead out to 31-21 now, as Boyce Nichols will put this one into play for the Tigers. Big crowd on hand both sides tonight for the ball game. Short kick's going to be fielded by Nesbitt at the 15. Up across the 20, knee hits.
Devin Nesbitt on the return for the Rockets.
And he will be down shy of the 30-yard line.
About the 26-yard line. First down and 10 for the Rockets.
We're going to call it 1st and 10 from the Crittenden 26-yard line. Beautiful night for football here tonight in Marion. National Parkinson Foundation ceremony coming up at halftime here at Marion from the donations and shirt sales for Coach Barnes. Snap is back to Boone. Boone quickly over the middle, incomplete.
The pass is incomplete, brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Rockets.
2nd and 10 for Crittenden County. Clock stops at 3:51 left in the half. Boone gets the play from the sideline. Kavanaugh and Riley in coverage along with Bashir on the outside. Jameer Riley has coverage far sideline. Snap is back. Boone looks up the field, comes to the sideline. That was picked by Trail Riley. Touchdown, Caldwell County. Trail read that one the whole way, kind of telegraphed like an earlier pass. He picked that off at the 29-yard line and took it back in for the touchdown. Trail saw that one the entire way from the time that was snapped back to Boone. He made the jump on it from the far sideline, easily in for the touchdown. Caldwell County now out 37-21 with Nichols on for the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, and Nichols puts this one through. So with 3:42 left in the half, it's Caldwell County 38, Crittenden County 21. We'll be back in 30 seconds, Darren. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Hey, Ty, did you know that Cozy Living and Cheers has new owners?
No, I didn't.
I was so impressed when I was in there. They have items for everybody. Furniture, boutique, and gifts.
Do they have baby items?
Yes, and a registry. One thing that impressed me the absolute most was they offer veterans and first responders always 10% off.
That is impressive.
And you've got to meet their adorable mascot, Jake. He's a golden doodle puppy.
I'm definitely going to go by today. Where are they located?
235 Northfield Drive, right next to the bowling alley. Cozy Living, just like a home should be.
Have you or a loved one been discharged from the hospital but not quite recovered enough to go home? Caldwell Medical Center's Swing Bed Program is the answer you are looking for. Caldwell Medical Center's Swing Bed Program can help patients that are recovering from stroke, joint repair replacement, IV therapy, post-hospitalization pain management, wound or major surgery, acute physical or occupational therapy. Call 270-365-0300 to see if Caldwell Medical Center's Swing Bed Program is right for you. Caldwell Medical Center, located 100 Medical Center Drive in Crittenden.
Back to Rocket Stadium on the kickoff. Nesbitt able to return it back out to near the 35-yard line. That's where they'll spot it. It'll be 1st and 10, Crittenden County. But turnovers have killed the Rockets so far in this half. After a surprisingly quick start by the Rockets, they were out 14-3 at one point. Now with 3:35 left in the first half, Caldwell County has stormed back and lead this one 38-21. Snap is back to Boone. He's going to look down the field, coming this way. Intercepted again. Trail Riley's got some blockers in front of him. Intercepted at the 40. He's going to try to change fields. Still on his feet, back at the 43, losing some yards now as he goes back, turns the corner. Still on his feet up at the 30.
Number 1.
And he'll be down to inside the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 for the Tigers.
Trail Riley with interceptions on back-to-back plays. Gives Caldwell County the ball back, 1st and 10. They'll spot this one at the 28-yard line.
Spotted at the 22 or?
I'm showing the 28-yard line.
28, yeah.
And we'll keep it right here, Bob, talking about the play of Trail Riley, the last couple of possessions for Crittenden County. I mean, 2 straight plays, 2 interceptions for Trail. He's He's had great coverage on both of them, dropped back a little bit like they were doing earlier in the game. We kind of questioned that because Boone was picking them off with the soft coverage. Now it's paying off.
I think one thing that I'm seeing, Dennis, is that they're not content with the 5, 6, 7 yard pass like they were to start the game. They're trying to hit the 15, 16, 18 yard pass, and the ball's in the air a long time, and we're beginning to break on the ball beautifully. Both those interceptions on the last 2 plays by Crittenden have been right in front of us from the side, and we knew the angle. And really, Trail on this last one probably had more yardage if he'd stayed on this side, but he ran across the field trying to find a hole and really got down, picked up down to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, he ran about 50 to pick up 10 on the return just about, but still it's Caldwell County ball on the 27-yard line is the official spot. Jaggers goes back, got some pressure, throws over the middle, complete and touchdown, Jameer Riley.
Number 2, Jameer Riley, touchdown.
Good job by Joby to look over the middle, picked up his second receiver with a little pressure, and Jameer Riley with the touchdown catch gives Caldwell County its biggest lead of the night at 44-21 with 3:11 left in the first half. Boyce Nichols will come out for the extra point. Snap is back. It's a bad snap. It's bobbled around. Still loose on the ground as Crittenden tries to pick it up. It will be downed right there, though, on the extra point attempt. So on the bobbled snap, Caldwell County stays with the 44-21 lead on Crittenden County. And we'll keep it right here on this one, Darren, as we have a score to pass on. Hopkinsville leads Christian County tonight in the first half, maybe halftime by now, 12-8 over at the Stadium of Champions, both of those prior Caldwell opponents. I do want to mention some of our sponsors tonight, Bob, that we haven't had a chance to tonight as action is picked up, but I want to thank the sponsors, including Bella Marie, Black Patch Grill, Capital Cinemas, Computer Consulting Services, HLS Health and Wellness, Treasures Remembered Florist, Kay's Kitchen, Hancock's Neighborhood Market, Taco John's, Little Caesars, Cozy Living, Gold and Diamond Outlet, Adams Breezy Hill Farm, Affordable Used Furniture, Jeff Russo, the attorney, and Tin Roof and the Cat's Den down at Fredonia. I'll put in a little plug for the Cat's Den, the best breakfast for the least amount of money. If you don't mind that little drive down to Farmersville, some great food down there at the Cat's Den. Kickoff is low, and it's going to be picked up at the 15-yard line by Crittenden County, and they'll return it out just across the 25.
For the Rockets, he's brought down around the 25-yard line. First down and 10 for the Rockets.
So a very long first half here at Rocket Stadium tonight, as we've played almost an hour and a half, 3 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first half. Caldwell leads this one 44-21. Dennis Stevens along with Bob Hayes and Ty Englebright here at the stadium. Darren Lewis back at the station. So the last 2 possessions for Crittenden County have resulted in interceptions. Boone takes a snap, looks down the field, quick throw. This one's intercepted by Bashir at the 35-yard line, and he's brought down inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. So, Bob, that's 3 plays in a row resulting in interceptions for Caldwell County. Bashir read that one. They're trying to work this near sideline, right side for Crittenden County. And between Trail Riley and Will Bashir, they're closing that one down just like a sealed up can of soup. So Jaggers comes back out. He's got 2 receivers each side, going to roll to the right, looks down the field, complete on the sideline. We'll try to pick that number up for you. Looks like Jameer Riley with the reception on the far sideline.
Second down coming up for the Tigers.
Second down and short for the Tigers. He'll pick up 8 on the play. Second down and 2 for Caldwell County with 2:37 left in the half. Jameer Riley now in the backfield with Jaggers. 3 receivers set to the near side. He's going to go far sideline, complete to number 9. That's Oliver Parker fighting his way inside the 10.
Oliver Parker inside the 10.
Little Caesars first down for Oliver Parker on the play.
First and goal for Caldwell County.
First and goal for Caldwell County. We'll see where they spot this one. Should be around the, looks like about the 7, we'll call it the 8-yard line. First and goal from the 8 for the Tigers. Handoff is to Jameer Riley. Not much there for number 2 as he'll be tackled at about the line of scrimmage. Oh. They'll spot the ball. Second and goal now for the Tigers. Jaggers has 2 receivers in tight on both sides. Now he's going to go far sideline, complete, and let's see if they go to touchdown. Touchdown, Caldwell County. Let's pick up the number on that one. It's behind the crowd. That's number 80 for Caldwell County. Cameron Traylor with the touchdown catch. And Bob, the lead is out to 50-21. Caldwell could make this a 30-point contest depending on this extra point. Nice catch by Traylor. Nice pass by Jaggers. He had to put that one where only Traylor could catch it. Nichols back. This kick is handled well, up and good. So with 1:52 left in the first half, it's Caldwell County 51, Crittenden County 21. Back after one commercial to Rocket Stadium. This is Tiger Football on WPKY.
Have you been a victim of debit or credit card fraud? Farmers Bank and Trust can help lessen your risk of getting taken advantage of. As our customer, you have exclusive access to a security feature in our app that will allow you to turn your debit card off while you're not using it, then turn it on instantly when you need to use it. Keep your information safe. Log into our free app to use this feature, increasing the security of your information right now. Not a Farmers Bank customer? Come down. Let us set up your account and start protecting you from potential fraud opportunities. This is not a guarantee that your information will not be compromised. This is an increased security measure. Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
We are back at Rocket Stadium. Caldwell County set to kick off with 1:52 left in the first half and leading this one 51-21. Caldwell County outscoring Crittenden County 48-7 since falling behind early. Low kick fielded at the 20 by Crittenden County. He's up to the 30 and tackled at the 34-yard line. In on the stop was Burden.
Returning the kick, tackled by number 6, Caleb Burden.
So Crittenden County will come out, and their last 3 possessions, their last 3 plays, in fact, have resulted in interceptions. And Caldwell has taken full advantage, and they have pushed that lead out to 30 with 1:47 left in the half. Boone will drop back with 3 receivers now to his left. Handoff is going to Nesbitt. Nice tackle there off the corner by Bashir. Be a loss on the play for Crittenden County.
Will Bashir on the tackle.
We'll call it loss of 1, second down and 11 for the Rockets. I'm sure they're shell-shocked after the last 3 or 4 possessions of a game that looked like they were going to be part of. Now they'll find themselves down, looks like by at least 30 at halftime. Handoff again up the middle, nothing there again. Bashir again on the tackle for Caldwell County.
Tackle by number 35, Bashir.
And it looks like Crittenden's coaches are just trying to settle the Rockets down a little bit, running a few run plays here with under a minute left in the first half. I'm sure the confidence of Mr. Boone has drained a lot since that start in the first quarter.
He has 5 interceptions tonight, which is just has to be demoralizing.
Handoff up the middle, nothing there. Hunter Van Hoosier along with number 44 for Caldwell County. That's Mitchell Harrelson on the tackle.
Going to bring up 4th down for the Rockets.
4th down for Crittenden County.
Loss of 1 yard on that play.
And unless Caldwell calls timeout, they don't even have to snap this one. And like you said earlier, I don't think Coach Barnes is going to try to run anything up at this point, as Crittenden County seems to be set on letting this clock tick out in the half.
And they can let it run out.
Bring the first half to a close at the score of Caldwell County.
And at the end of the first half, it's Caldwell County 51, Crittenden County 21. We'll be back with all the first half stats and a look ahead to the second half coming up. Stay tuned. We'll be back in 3 minutes. 3 minutes, Darren, on this one. We'll be back to Rocket Stadium. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Hello, this is Keisha Fulcher, CEO for Community Medical Clinic, located at 310 Hawthorne Street in Princeton. Community Medical Clinic's goal is to provide access to excellent health care services that are both convenient and affordable. Community Medical Clinic is taking new patients every day, and walk-ins are welcome. The clinic is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. to serve you and your family members of all ages. Patients are welcome with all insurances or with no insurance. Not able to come into the Princeton location? Then we have two other clinics. Our new downtown location in Hopkinsville at 1102 South Virginia Street and Fort Campbell Boulevard in Oak Grove. Community Medical Clinic, providing healthcare services at your convenience at no extra cost.
Mobile deposit is here. This is Mona Van Hooser with First Southern National Bank, and our new mobile app is loaded with extra features, including mobile deposit. Now you can use your smartphone's camera to deposit checks on the go. Just endorse, point, click, and send. Download our new mobile app and try it today. First Southern National Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, honey, do you know what would make me so happy right now?
A movie night?
Well, that and...
A candlelit dinner?
Actually, I was thinking we could...
Go for a walk in...
McDonald's! Babe, listen. I want McDonald's. And some fries.
You're the perfect human.
Get more of what matters at McDonald's. Try your favorites on the everyday value menu, like the McDouble Burger for $1.39 or the McChicken Sandwich for $1.19. A la carte only at participating restaurants. Cannot be combined with combo meals.
McGregor Group Heating and Air, we are so proud to be a part of this community. We want to thank you for the opportunity to serve you for all of your heating and air needs. McGregor Group Heating and Air specializes in residential, new construction, and light commercial installations, also servicing most makes and models. We offer fast service with a polite and friendly staff. We provide our customers with a peace of mind by offering the best warranties in the industry, along with high-quality products. McGregor Group Heating and Air is located at 960 Varmint Trace here in Princeton. Give us a call today at 270-896-5044. We're the company that you can take comfort in.
It's a lot of hard work and fast-paced time of year for our area farmers. Harvest time comes around quickly, and no one knows that better than Fredonia Valley Bank. Surrounded by beautiful corn and bean fields for the past 123 years, sits a real community bank, Fredonia Valley Bank. We find great pleasure in serving our customers and the hard-working farmers and businesses that make up our local communities. We keep the soil flowing through our veins and our hearts grounded in serving our local communities we call home. Visit us today at 602 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia, and 226 Commerce Street, Eddyville. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we are back at Rocket Stadium. Bob's totally up the first half stats. We'll have those in a second, but a special presentation here tonight. As Crittenden County, we talked about in the pregame show, they're like family to us when we get together. We've gone through tough times with them and their coach. They did the same with us in the loss of a player last season. And after Coach Barnes was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease earlier this year, Crittenden County has joined in the efforts to raise awareness and raise money for the Parkinson's Disease Foundation. And to honor Coach Barnes tonight, Crittenden County presenting Caldwell County coach and his wife with a check for $8,580 here tonight. So a big appreciation to our friends over here in Crittenden County. It's always a good ball game, but the class act that this program exhibits is something to behold and really speaks a lot of both these programs.
Yeah, and I really need my calculator.
One thing, a lot of yardage here tonight as athletic director Kim Farmer leaves the field with the check tonight from Crittenden County.
We may have had some sort of record set tonight. We had 41 points in the second quarter, 10 in the first quarter, and now have 51 points here at halftime. Crittenden County with 14 in the first, 7 in the second, 21 points, and I'm still totaling up here. Dennis, if you can.
Oh, okay. You're still talking. Okay.
Oh, yes.
You go ahead.
I've got. This is maybe almost a full game.
Well, I'm glad I don't have yours because I ran out of fingers and toes early in the first quarter. Crittenden County was able to jump out early on Caldwell County and actually led this one at one point, 14-3. But Caldwell County outscoring Crittenden 48-7 the rest of the way through that half, and they have a commanding 30-point lead right now, 51-21. The folks here at Crittenden able to put some time back on the clock after the presentation of the Parkinson's disease donation, or foundation donation to Caldwell County, so the band will have their full time out here in Crittenden County. But again, the Rocket family here presenting Caldwell County and Athletic Director Kim Farmer and Coach Barnes with a check for $8,580. A lot of that coming from donations. I know they passed some stuff around the stadium tonight. A lot on the sales of the Stay Barn Strong T-shirts that's been going on for a week or two here and in Princeton. So we just, sometimes words aren't enough for gestures like these teams and these programs and these communities have done for each other throughout the last few years. And I don't think it's an accident when something comes up that it's these two teams that seem to meet on that particular week.
And you're right. A great show of $8,000+ a huge contribution.
Crittenden County's band on the field. Don't forget, we'll be on the road next week at Henderson County, the last of a 3-game road stretch for the Tigers. Bob will be on with Coach Barnes at 6 o'clock next Friday night, pregame show at 6:30, and then the kickoff from Henderson County at 7 o'clock. All that on WPKY 103.3 and streaming live on WPKYonline.com. And Bob, while you're giving the stats, I think I've got a folder with some of the records in here. I'll see if I can find anything on that. But 41 second quarter points for Caldwell County. Tigers were the heavy favorites tonight, but it's been a tale of 2 quarters tonight as Crittenden County jumped out early on Caldwell County. Actually, it looked like this was going to be a shootout at one point. Caldwell County's defense righted the ship. In fact, intercepted Crittenden County on 3 consecutive plays on 3 drives in that second quarter, all of those resulting in touchdowns for the Tigers. Big nights for Jameer Riley. He's got a couple of interceptions. Caldwell has picked Boone 5 times so far in the first half. Band here at Crittenden County in full uniform tonight as the marching season getting closer for all the area schools. I would expect Caldwell County to be in full uniform by the time we get back to Princeton in a couple of weeks for a big district game with Paducah Tillman. That's 2 weeks from tonight when we'll be back at Tiger Stadium for action. Smaller class band here for Crittenden County. Tigers looking to go to 3-1 on the season. Looking back into the preseason predictions, Caldwell County was the underdog in the first 3 games of the season, playing much bigger schools. Actually had some good fortune and beat 2 of those teams after that early loss to Christian County to open the season. Came up with wins over Graves and a big one last week over Hopkinsville as they came from behind with 2 touchdowns in the last 3 minutes of that ball game to take one away from the Hopkinsville Tigers 28-21. And I would say well on the way to win number 3 here tonight in Crittenden County as they lead at halftime 51-21. Want to remind everybody to tune in tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. We'll have Saturday morning quarterback tomorrow. And I get to sit in for Bob tomorrow. We'll talk to Coach Barnes about tonight's game, and we'll look ahead to next week on the trip to Henderson County. We'll be on the air tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock on 103.3, and then I'm sure Ty has a full day of coverage lined up for Black Patch Saturday in Princeton. Big festival downtown is tomorrow, so we'll have coverage on WPKY throughout the day from downtown Princeton. And Bob, I'm not sure if you won't run out of ink before you get these numbers totaled up tonight.
Well, I want to be as accurate as I can. We've still got 11 minutes to go here, so I'm hoping I can get down to the 8-minute mark and get these in. But
a lot of offense for the Tigers tonight and some great defense turned in by the Tigers. Just a huge second quarter. As the band for Crittenden County, you may be able to hear plays in the background. I'm not sure, a quick count would be between 20 and 30 band members, you would think, for Crittenden County. They're doing well on the field so far. Large crowds here tonight. They had presentations with or programs with the 5th and 6th grade cheerleaders and football team tonight before the game, so that brought in a lot of extra people for Crittenden County. Caldwell County, as usual, has brought a huge crowd over here, just a short drive over from Princeton, maybe 20 miles or so, to make this contest here at Rocket Stadium. And a big round of applause for the Crittenden County band.
Great job, Crittenden County High School band.
Bob, as you are totaling those, I'm trying to gaze through some of these records. Most points in a half, or here's most points in a quarter for the Tigers. Just shy of the record. Actually, this quarter will come in third on the list. The most points in a quarter before tonight. We put up 44 in the first quarter against Ohio County back in 2014 and 42 points against Ballard Memorial in 2012. So this will be third on the list as the most points in the quarter. I think you said they put up 41 points in that second quarter. So a big night, record-setting almost for the Tigers tonight. One more field goal. Or if we'd have punched that first touchdown in, Jameer Riley made that early interception and got it down to the 3 on the return. If we'd have punched that in, we'd have easily cleared, or let's see, the most points in a half. Most points in a half was against Ohio County, too, back in 2014. 65 points in that half. 51 points will move us into first, second, third, fourth, the 5th highest points in a half in Tiger history. 65, as we said, against Ohio County in 2014, 63 against Reedland in 2008, 56 against Ballard in 2012, and another 56-point half performance against Ohio County in 2012. So the 5th highest points in a half for Caldwell County as they lead this one 51-21 here at halftime. Some young Rockets being introduced here also at halftime.
We have Ron Papp.
And some very future Rockets coming out now.
Bentley Rushing, Aiden Butts.
Maybe a little Pee Wee team being introduced now here at Rocket Stadium.
Asbridge, Bowen Robertson, Curtis Doris. They're coached by Will.
Looking forward to getting back to Tiger Stadium in a couple of weeks for that Paducah-Tillman game. But next week, as we said, we are on the road to Henderson County.
Jet Reddick, Drake Young, Hudson Stokes.
Seems like a lot of road games here in a big section, but that will enable us to end the season with 2 home games, as we'll have Fort Campbell and Mayfield at home late in the season to end the regular season. Caldwell County looking to get on a good winning streak and go through the middle part of this schedule.
I think I'm ready right now, Dennis.
Well, you probably need to rest your arm anyway from so much riding. So,
well, we won't go over the scoring because that'd take too much time. But
we'll turn it over to you for stats. You take her away, Bob.
Caldwell County in the rushing department tonight in the first half. Dylan Gray 7 carries for 19 yards. Jameer Riley 2 carries for 31 yards. Trail Riley 2 carries for a -2. Dylan Cavanaugh 6 carries for 6 yards. Caldwell County with 17 rushes and 54 yards. In the pass receiving department, Joby Jaggers 19 out of 22 here in the first half for 182 yards. Oliver Parker 6 catches 33 yards. Travis Newsom, 1 catch for 12 yards. Jameer Riley, 6 catches for 109 yards. Gabe East, 1 catch for a -1 yard. Dylan Cavanaugh, 2 catches for a -4. Ben Holt, 1 catch for 11 yards. Trail Riley, 1 catch for 14 yards. And Cameron Traylor, 1 catch for 8 yards. For those last 3 gentlemen that I've just called out, Ben Holt, Trail Riley, and Cameron Traylor, on their only reception of the first half, each went for a touchdown. Again, Caldwell County 19 out of 22, 182 yards here at the half. And the interesting thing about Crittenden County, Dennis, is that this is almost hard to believe, but it is true. That's when I went back and double checked. Here at halftime, the Hunter Boone is 13 for 30, 5 interceptions, but he's thrown for 292 yards here in the first half. 5 interceptions, really crimped the Rockets, 4 of them coming in the second half. The Rockets' rushing attack, non-existent tonight. They have a -3 yards here at halftime. Again, the story of the game here is the Caldwell County defensive ability to intercept 5 passes here in the first half, take advantage of most of those turnovers to put points on the board, which is the chief reason the Tigers are up here at halftime, 51-21. It's hard. We'll go over the scoring started in the first quarter on a 25-yard field goal by Boyce Nichols. When there was a pass intercepted, we couldn't get it into the end zone, and Nichols at 9 minutes and 58 seconds of the first quarter, field goal for the Tigers to lead 3-0. Crittenden County struck at the 9 minute 7 second mark of the first quarter on a 70-yard pass to Ethan Dawsett from Hunter Boone. The extra point was good. Crittenden led 7-3. Again in the first quarter, a 14-yard pass play to Ethan Dawsett again from Hunter Boone. The extra point good. And at that time, the 3 minute and 24 second mark of the first quarter, Crittenden County led over the Tigers 14-3. Then with 1 second in the first quarter, second put back on the scoreboard by the officials, Caldwell County gets in the end zone on a 14-yard touchdown pass from Joby to Trail Riley. Nichols added the kick, and at that time, at the end of one quarter, Crittenden leads over Caldwell 14-12. In the second quarter, at the 8 minute 26 second mark, Dylan Gray a 2-yard run. Boyce Nichols added the extra point. Caldwell County led 17-14. At the 8 minute 7 second mark, Jameer Riley intercepts the pass, returns at 25 yards to pay dirt. Boyce Nichols added the extra point. Caldwell County led at that time 24-14. Crittenden County gets on the scoreboard again at the 7 minute 34 second mark on a 22-yard touchdown pass again to Ethan Dawsett from Hunter Boone. Boone has thrown 3 TDs here in the first half, but also thrown 5 interceptions. Cody Belt with the extra point, and Crittenden County trailed just at that point 7 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the first half, 24-21, Caldwell County leading. From that point on, it was all Caldwell County. Ben Holt at the 3 minute 58 second mark, 11-yard pass from Joby Jaggers. Boyce Nichols added the kick, 31-21 in favor of Caldwell at that time. Another interception, 1 play later, Trail Riley returning at 29 yards to the end zone. 2 TDs returned all the way here in the first half for TDs. Nichols added the kick. Caldwell County led at the 3:42 mark, 38-21. At the 3 minute and 11 second mark in the second quarter, again after a turnover, pass interception by Caldwell County against Crittenden County, Jameer Riley takes a 27-yard pass from Joby to the end zone. The point after was no good, and the Tigers led at that point 44-21. In the second quarter, with 1 minute 52 seconds to go, Cameron Traylor, an 8-yard pass reception from Joby Jaggers. Caldwell County, the extra point was good by Boyce Nichols. The Tigers lead at that point 51-21, and that's what we find ourselves here at halftime. The Tigers on a big second quarter, putting 41 points on the board to Crittenden County 7, and now leading here at halftime 51-21.
Bob, on those interceptions, did Jameer have 2 or 3 interceptions?
I don't mark those. I think I know he had 2 in a row, and I think he had the first one in the first series of play that we couldn't get it in the end zone, knocked out of bounds inside the 10, but had to settle for a field goal. So he may have 3 picks tonight.
Okay, the most interceptions in a game record tonight. Another record we're checking out, 4 by Dimitri McGowan, but a host of Tigers have 3 interceptions in a game, including Cameron Williams, Paul Copeland going back to 1981, and Pete Moore in 1963, just a few of the Tigers. So another record that may be within reach here tonight at Marion for Caldwell County. As we said, the 3rd most points in a quarter. The 41 they put up in the second quarter, 3rd on the list behind 2014 performance against Ohio County and a 2012 game against Ballard Memorial. So a big night for that Tiger defense so far tonight, a big night for the Tigers in general to come off of that sluggish start and actually outscore Crittenden County 48-7 after falling behind and bringing a little bit of worry to folks at 14-3.
And that's the other thing. As late as 7 minutes to go in the second quarter, Crittenden County only trailed by 3 points there in Marion, but then from that point on, Caldwell County just blew it wide open. We ran off the last 27 points in a row in the second quarter, and that's the story of the ball game so far. And Caldwell County will receive the kickoff here to start the second half. Some things that we want to comment on, Dennis. Our kickoff coverage has not been that great. And our pass coverage up until probably late in the first quarter wasn't that great, but we found out where we needed to be on defense, could anticipate the throw, and I'm sure Mr. Boone is, I'm sure they're trying to get his confidence level back up, but throwing 3 touchdown passes, 5 interceptions. He's just about completed more to us than he has to his teammates, and that's never a good thing.
And you made a good point, I think, in the broadcast in the first half. He started out hot, but it was the short, quick 5 to 7 yard routes. When he was having trouble with the interceptions, he was trying to go 10, 12, 15 yards or longer, and Trail and Jameer just setting back on those like they were playing catch.
And they were going to the sideline routes on those plays where in the first quarter they were cutting receivers across the middle, and for some reason they didn't follow up on that. They were getting guys open in the middle of the field, and they've had several long pass plays tonight. Let me get that sheet out here, what they've connected on pass-wise tonight. They've had a 26-yarder, 23-yarder, a 47-yarder, 22-yarder, 16-yarder, 14-yarder, 70-yarder, 11, 7, and a 44-yarder, 14-yarder, and that adds up pretty quickly. As I mentioned, 292 yards of through the air here.
But most of those, if I remember right, were yards after the catch because they were only hitting 7, 8 yards tops early in the ball game.
A lot of those were yards after the catch. So kind of a strange football game here. We were just trying to keep breathing here midway through the second quarter, and then our defense just rose to the occasion and picked off basically, I know with 3 passes in a row.
Yeah, it was 3 in a row. I mean, 3 consecutive plays.
Yes.
On 3 possessions by Crittenden County. They had 1 play and an interception.
They actually had 3 first down plays, 3 interceptions, and then they had another play or drive earlier, which resulted in an interception on the first pass, and then an interception early in the game to get us on the scoreboard for us. And you're right, we could have had probably 4 more points on the board because we had that convoy set up, and how that he was tackled. is beyond me.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be able to walk it in, but
not the case.
Not the case tonight, but still a huge cushion for Caldwell County. I'm going to keep the roster handy because I would imagine if this keeps up, we're going to see a lot of players with some pretty clean uniforms in the second half. Caldwell County will receive here in the second half as they won the coin toss before the game, deferred to the second half. Crittenden puts the ball in play. It's going to be a short kick, fielded and bobbled by Ben Holt at the 40-yard line. And let's see what the call. It was recovered by Crittenden. Short kick. Ben Holt, one of the up men for Caldwell County at the 40, had it go between his hands off his pads.
They're going to kick it again.
And they're going to kick have the kickoff again. I'm not exactly sure what happened.
That's when you wish the ref, the whiteout, was mic'd up on the field.
Yeah, we had that a couple of games ago at the last time we were at Tiger Stadium. But regardless of what it was, it's going to be another kick. They'll put the seconds back on the clock, so the play was called dead. And this kickoff will start the third quarter. Again, another high kick. Catch is made by Tate Van Hoosier.
Caught fairly by number 33.
The up back for Caldwell County fields it. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 43-yard line.
And his name is Tate Van Hoosier, ladies and gentlemen.
So the starters back on the field for Caldwell County. Likely through the third quarter maybe, unless it just avalanches. You talked about this in the pregame, Bob. We were a big favorite coming in, up to 51 points on the Lichtenhouse, but as you said, Coach Barnes not likely to push the score out any more than necessary. Snap is back. Pitch goes to Jameer Riley, tries to turn the corner, gets back up to about the line of scrimmage.
Jameer Riley carries the ball for Caldwell County.
Pick up of maybe 1 yard.
Ball spotted at the 44-yard line, so we'll give them a play. 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers. Jaggers quickly to the air, almost picked off, deflected away. He was looking for Parker on the far sideline. Deflected away by Crittenden County. It'll stop the clock. And 3rd down and 9 for Caldwell.
For Caldwell County and Crittenden County on defense.
Travis Newsom will be on the near sideline with Trail Riley. Dylan Gray in the backfield as Jaggers drops back. Crittenden brings the pressure, and they're going to get 2 Jaggers the first time tonight. He'll go down inside his own 40-yard line. And the sack will bring up 4th down and long for Caldwell County, and Bashirs will come out to take the punt.
Marked at the 38.
38-yard line.
4th down for the Tigers.
Bashir drops back. Crittenden will send 2 players back, including Nesbitt. No pressure. Kick is up. Good kick. It's going to take a bounce at the 25 and go down just outside the 20-yard line.
Cut dead around the 25-yard line, give or take.
So Caldwell County unable to move the ball on their first possession. Crittenden County will come out with 10:51 left in the third and see if they can get a little offense going to try to climb back into this ball game as they trail by 30. Hunter Boone comes back out at quarterback. Kavanaugh, Bashir, and Trail Riley with coverage on this side. Jameer Riley with coverage on the far sideline. Crittenden puts a player in motion. Handoff in the backfield. Big tackle for a loss. Back there is Bashir.
Number 35, Will Bashir.
Bashir not fooled a bit as Nesbitt took the handoff, but Bashir back there almost for the handoff himself.
He's having a huge game on the defensive side of the ball. Lost back to the 16.
And a score update on another Tiger opponent coming up. Trigg County having a good year, come into tonight at 2-1, looking to go 3-1. They are up 35-22 on Ballard. Christian County had taken the lead back on Hopkinsville in the third quarter, 15-12. Handoff is to Nesbitt. It comes up across the 25 and down at the 27-yard line.
Out to about the 28-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 27 for Crittenden County. And Bob, it's been so long, I've forgotten, to be honest, what the running clock score.
It's 36 points.
36.
So another touchdown by us and an extra point gets that going.
It has been a while. That's been since last year. Crittenden County puts the player in motion. Incomplete. Throw too quick. That was very good coverage by Trell Riley. He did not let the receiver, I think that was Belt, that had a pretty good first half for Crittenden County. Trell didn't let him hardly off the line of scrimmage, threw the timing off on that route, so it's incomplete and fourth down for Crittenden County. The Rockets still trying to get their personnel on the field. Trell Riley will drop back with Jameer Riley. Punts have been low line drives so far from Crittenden. So Trell and Jameer only back. Now it's a fake punt. Pass is complete over the 35, and it's going to be a first down across the 40.
And it is complete.
Hunter Boone, the punter and quarterback for Crittenden County. They lined up for the punt, faked it. The completed pass comes all the way up to the 42-yard line. First down, Rockets. And their receiver was wide open. Completely caught the Tigers off guard.
Yeah, we weren't expecting that at all. And I have to admit, I wasn't expecting that at all either.
Pretty deep in their own territory for something like that with the fourth down play. But they'll put a player in motion. Handoff's going to come to Nesbitt near side. He's being chased by Van Hoosier. Gets around the corner. Big hit by East. Drives him out near the 50.
Out across midfield or near midfield.
Nesbitt's a very quick player. He made that turn and had some speed coming around that corner. A good tackle by East to push him out of bounds.
Pick up of 8 yards on the play, makes it 2nd and 2.
Ball spotted right at the 50. 3 receivers set to the right for Crittenden County this time. Nesbitt in the backfield. Boone's going to come out from under center. He's going to try the first down himself and does barrel over Caldwell's line. First down run by Hunter Boone. Pushes the ball into Caldwell County territory. They'll spot it at the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10, Crittenden County from the Caldwell 45 with 8:50 left in the third quarter. Boone, a good-looking player. You can tell how much he's improved since we saw him as a freshman a couple of years ago here at Marion. But he does have that Jared Lorenzen style of play. He's got a strong arm, but he's going to be a load to tackle if he keeps it and tries to take off. I formation by Crittenden County. Play clock down to 0. Let's see if they got the timeout, and they did. So Crittenden County with the timeout just ahead of the play clock expiring.
We'd like to commend the Caldwell County community on adopting the second nickel.
Crittenden County has driven it down to the Caldwell 45-yard line. Looking to try to get back into this game just a little bit after a huge second quarter by the Tigers. Caldwell County ringing up 41 big points in that second quarter to break this one open. 51-21 as we stand. See if there's any updates from Christian County. Late in the third, it was Christian County 15, Hoptown 12. And as we said, Trigg is up on Ballard County 35-22. We'll take a look ahead on that schedule a little bit, maybe later in this ball game. Teams back out after the timeout. Crittenden goes I formation with Boone under center. Pitch out is to Nesbitt. He looks on the left side, gets some clearance up across the 40 to about the 38, 39-yard line. Nice run by Nesbitt.
Trying some decent yardage around the left side. Official timeout.
And it looks like Nesbitt still down on the ground. See him get up a little bit gimpy. Now he's able to put some weight on that left leg. I'm sure he'll have to come out for one play to get checked out. Maybe just a cramp. Nesbitt's been busy tonight. Rockets come back out. About a 7-yard gain on the play by Nesbitt. Moves it up to the 38-yard line. We'll call it 2nd down and 3 for the Rockets. Single wide out to the near side. 2-back set for Crittenden. Snap is back, handoff, goes across the left side. It'll be enough for a first down as the Rockets get across the 35. Ball's going to be spotted at the 33-yard line. First down, Crittenden County from the Tiger 33.
The 9th play of the drive coming up here for Crittenden County.
Snap is back, handoff again, going across the left side. Nice gain again for Crittenden County. Trying to see if some of the numbers might be some substitutes at this point. I still see Kilgore in the ball game along with Harrelson.
Picking up some more yards for the Rockets.
Burden still in the ball game. Big number 77 is in the ball game for Caldwell County. Noah McGowan. Crittenden County having a little success with the run here to start this third quarter. 7 minutes left. One receiver wide to the right, one to the left. Handoff is going to be snuffed out, but some extra effort gives Crittenden a gain up to the 30-yard line.
Tackled by 63 and 77.
63 on the tackle for Caldwell County is Devin Kilgore.
Actually, that was a
loss, wasn't it, Bob?
Yeah. Brings up 3rd and 7 for the Rockets.
Looks like Englebright in the ball game for the Tigers as Boone goes into the shotgun. Quickly across, incomplete, through behind the intended receiver. He was looking for Dossett on that one. They've hooked up 3 times tonight. But that one's incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down.
4th down for the Rockets.
Crittenden County comes out on the field and leaves the offense out here, it looks like. Of course, they could go into a little pooch kick with Boone in the backfield. He is the punter. Caldwell County not dropping anybody back, so they're expecting this to be an offensive play. And he was going to try to put a ball loose on the field. It'll be a turnover on downs regardless, as it's recovered by Crittenden County on the 35. But he was going to try a little drop kick on that one. Ball slipped out of his hands, and it'll go over to the Tigers with 6:12 left in the third quarter. Caldwell County still leading this one 51-21. Offense back out for the Tigers. Travis Newsom, Trail Riley, and it looks like Holt, the receiver, set to this side. Jaggers is going to scramble. He's got a little bit of room. Now some pressure. Gets it clear and complete. Nice catch to Newsom. Travis had that one bounce off his hands, kept his concentration, kept the eyes on the ball. As he hit the ground, he was able to pull that one back in for the reception. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line. 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers. Handoff goes to Gray. Finds a hole up the middle. Jumps across the 45 and down at the 48-yard line.
That time it was number 24, Dylan.
Tell you what, Bob, let's give him to the 49 on that one as he picks up a Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County. Spotted at the 49, 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
10-yard run that time by Dylan.
Caldwell gets Newsom off the field. Now Jaggers is going to roll right. Got a receiver open far side. It's complete to Parker on the sideline.
Jaggers pass complete.
And they are in Crittenden County territory. Ball will be spotted at about the 46-yard line of Crittenden County.
On the tackle for the Rockets. Second down.
Number 80 seeing some action along with Ben Holt. That is Cameron Traylor, who's caught a touchdown pass tonight. High snap fielded by Jaggers. Gets it off to Gray. Gray barrels his way down to the 40-yard line.
First down, Caldwell County.
You expected to see a lot of either Dylan Gray or Burden, Caleb Burden here in this third quarter.
And it brings up a first down for the Tigers at the Crittenden 40-yard line.
Burden in the backfield on the Little Caesars first down. Handoff is to Burden. He's going to be hit for a loss
Number 6, Caleb
as he'll come down at the 41-yard line.
Tackled by Gavin Dickerson.
This quarter's been like a blink compared to the first half as we are down to 4:30 left in the quarter. 3 receivers set for Caldwell County near side. Jaggers looks deep. He's got a man open. It's going to be overthrown and intercepted.
This pass is intercepted.
He was looking for Oliver Parker. Crittenden County had one playing center field, went over to the side to help out. And the free safety comes up with the interception.
Intercepts the projectile.
So the turnover gives it to the Rockets. And they will have first down, looks like at about the 10-yard line.
First down and 10 for the Rockets.
First and 10 from their own 10 on the interception. Kavanaugh and Trell Riley in coverage near side. Gray and Jameer Riley far side. Pass is intercepted, far sideline. That's Gray. Gets down near the goal line. Let's see if he got in.
Pass is intercepted by a Caldwell County Tiger defensive player.
And that's Dylan Gray on the interception for Caldwell County.
First and goal for the Tigers.
First and goal. That's got to be close to the goal line. Bob, best I can tell, at about the 2-yard line.
That play started at the 25-yard line.
No, at the 10.
10-yard line.
At the 10-yard line.
Again, we're getting into turnover here.
Caldwell with some beef in the backfield. You've got Cole Baker in there along with Gray. Yeah, it's a timing route to the corner. Big catch. It looked like Oliver Parker. Let's see who that is. No, it's maybe Jameer. Hard to tell all the way across. That's Jameer Riley with the touchdown catch. Great catch right in the back of the corner, and a very good throw by Joby Jaggers to find that one.
From the 2-yard line, Dennis, or the 3?
I'm going to call it the 2. So touchdown pass, Jaggers to Riley. And this extra point could be the start of the running clock here in Marion. Caldwell County leads this one 57-21. We're down to 4:13 left in the third quarter. Nichols will come out for the extra point attempt. Snap is down, kick is up. And it is good with 4:13 left in the third quarter. It's Caldwell County now in front, 58-21, back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on WPKY.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric plant board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric plant board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric plant board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
Back to Rocket Stadium, 4:13 left in the third quarter. Caldwell County has opened up the scoring here in the second half on a 2-yard play from Jaggers to Jameer Riley. Lead out now 58-21, be a running clock unless Crittenden is able to break that with a score. Bob, big performance tonight all around for the Tigers. 6 interceptions in this game so far. Low line drive kick, fielded at the 18. They'll find up the middle, gets it across the 35-yard line.
Carries it out past the
Englebright on the tackle for Caldwell County.
First down and 10 for the Rockets.
First and 10 for the Rockets from their own 36-yard line.
Russ Bashir on the tackle.
Russ Bashir helped out on the tackle with Englebright. As Crittenden County comes back out. Looks like they're changing quarterbacks. Let's see who's going to take the snap. Number 3 for Crittenden County is lining up. Do you have a number 3 on
Number 3
your roster?
is Braxton Winders.
Binders?
Winders.
Winders takes a big hit. Busted play, and he paid for it. He took a big hit from Gray. Also in there, Will Bashir.
And he was tackled by 24, Dylan Gray.
So Winders in at quarterback, as it's been a tough night for Boone after that first quarter. Crittenden County looks for the Crittenden County looking out of the shotgun. Handoff is off the right side. Tackle there after not much gain. Caleb Burden in on the tackle, along with number 32, Tate Van Hoosier, or Hunter Van Hoosier, excuse me.
41, Lathan.
Tate was in on that one too. So I don't think Hunter's out there.
Double dose of Van Hoosiers.
Yes.
It looked like, yeah, Hunter is out, Tate in for the Tigers. Now Hunter's back out. He's at middle linebacker. Tate at outside linebacker for the Tigers. Snap is fumbled back at the 15-yard line. Winders takes a big hit. And let's see who that was for the Tigers.
Tate.
That was Tate Van Hoosier. No, that's Hunter. Let's see. Who are we getting? We'll get these Van Hoosiers. Tate Van Hoosier.
Lost back to the...
Let's see. This is going to be the 16-yard line. 4th down for Crittenden County. Winder set with the snap. He's going to punt this one. Gets off an end-over-end punt. Not much of a bounce, so it's going to fall dead at the Rocket 40-yard line. So Caldwell will take over at the 40, leading this one 58-21. Back deep then for Caldwell County was Jamarius Blaine, a sophomore, 5'9", 133 pounds for the Tigers, was back to receive that punt.
Ball punted to the Crittenden 40.
40-yard line. And the running clock under a minute now with Caldwell County coming out. I would say a lot of new players for the Tigers. Travion Samuel, a freshman, comes out wide along with number 7, Jamarius Blaine. You've got Bashir in at quarterback for Caldwell County now, number 10. Handoff is to number 28 up the middle. Gets some pretty decent yardage. 28 is Seth Slayton. Slayton, a 5'6" freshman.
Seth Slayton is the carrier.
Far side, number 11 in the ball game. That's Trace Olden.
Jagger Hayes tackled.
Tate Van Hoosier in on offense for the Tigers also as a wideout. Let's take a look at that line. 75 and 73. Let's see if the line is changing. 75 is Luke Stalin. 73, Ben Thompson.
Those are the original stars. Some of the original line are still in there. They probably need as much work as they can get.
68, John Kelly Hughes. You're right, the line's still in. That whistle brings us to an end of the third quarter. We've got one more to play, and we'll be right back with that. Right now, at the end of 3, it's Caldwell 58, Crittenden 21.
Hello, this is Gloria Smith with the law office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrusolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement.
And we are back to Rocket Stadium to start the fourth quarter. Caldwell County has the ball at the Crittenden 37-yard line. Second down. Will Bashir takes a snap. He's going to keep it. Goes across the 40 to the 35. Picks his way up to the 30. And inside the 30 down to about the 28-yard line. Should be enough for a Little Caesars first down, and it is. Nice run by Bashir. And, Bob, we saw Bashir have to pull back a punt and run for it earlier in the season. Probably one of the fastest players on the squad.
He gets down the field fast, and he's tough. He didn't duck out on that run at all. He lowered his head and picked up 2 more yards on that play. A 9-yard run by Russ Bashir.
Ball spotted at the 28-yard line. Bashir takes a snap. Slayton with the handoff. He goes up the middle. Now he's wanting to bounce it outside. He's got some room across the 20, the 15. He may get into the end zone. 5, touchdown. Number 28, Seth Slayton. You talk about some speed. I thought Bashir was fast. Boy, Slayton rounded that corner, found some pay dirt. The hole closed up inside. He bounced it out to the left.
And he got down the field quick, Dennis. You're right. A lot of outside speed. In fact, Russ showed a lot of speed. So we've got some good young players coming up that have an exceptional amount of quickness to them.
Lead out 64-21 now, Caldwell County. They'll see about the extra point here with Nichols. Snap is down to Parker. Nichols with the kick up and good. Oh, no good, they signaled that one. He must have pushed that one to the right a little bit and had plenty of distance. So no good on the kick, but still nice run by Seth Slayton. Let's get his stats here again a little bit. 5'6", 174-pound freshman.
He's had 2 runs so far tonight, 1 for 3 and 1 for 28 and a touchdown.
So 10 minutes left or so in the ball game. Caldwell County has this one in hand, 64-21 over the Rockets of Crittenden County. And, Bob, it's hard to believe just maybe an hour and a half, a couple of hours ago, we were looking at Caldwell County down 14-3 to start the ball game out in that first quarter.
And thinking, oh, goodness gracious, what's happening here?
61-7, Caldwell County since that point.
Yeah, it's just
6 interceptions on the night for the Tigers. While you're getting those post-game stats, we may look and see what's the record for interceptions in a game.
Yes, we sure want to look that one up.
Nichols tees this one up at the 40. By far the highest point total of the season for Caldwell County. Like to put a little of this in our pockets for Henderson next week. Nichols puts this one in play. His best kick of the night, drives Crittenden County back to the 5-yard line. Back up the middle. We've had a little hole there a few times tonight. They're able to make a pretty decent return out to about the 29-yard line, where they'll take over 1st and 10, but trailing this one 64-21. As we mentioned, we're going to Henderson County, the 3rd of 3 away games. That's next Friday night. Tigers go on the road to Henderson County. We're on the air with Bob and Coach Barnes at 6 o'clock on WPKY 103.3. Winders in the backfield now at quarterback. Crittenden County puts 2 players wide to the left. Snap is back. Winders looks. Now he's going to roll. Now he's going to tuck and keep it and hit at the line of scrimmage. That's Ben Holt and a little help from number 25, Travion Samuel. Holt with a nice tackle. Clock running with the big lead. Basically the high school football equivalent to the mercy rule as we tick under 8 minutes. Crittenden County has 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff to the deep back, and the tackle there by Ben Holt. Crittenden County not able to crack the 30-yard line on the play. Good play by Holt to string that one out. They'll mark it just shy of the 30.
Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Rockets.
3rd down and long for Crittenden as they look to the sideline. As they have some new kids in also. They get set for the play. Little movement, no call. Complete on the screen pass at the 35-yard line and up across the 40. Depending on the spot, that'll be enough for a first down, and it is first down, Crittenden County. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. In the ball game, number 52 for Caldwell County. I'm not showing
52.
A 52.
I'm not either.
52 is not on the roster. 78, Cole Fralick in the ball game. Looks like a number 60 on the far sideline, Jacob Chambliss. Snap is back. Handoff to number 5 for Crittenden County. He's going to pick up just a couple of yards. Nice tackle there by Van Hoosier. Englebright also in on the play. Another new number I see is Riley Orange, a 5'5", 106-pound freshman for Caldwell County in the defensive backfield, along with Trace Holden. Number 18, Brian Owen, also a sophomore in for the Tigers. Snap back. Winders looks to the far sideline. This one's going to be complete. Shy of a first down.
Pass out to the 47-yard line. Gain of 3 yards on the pass play.
Bring up 3rd down and about 3, a long 3 for the Rockets. 2 receivers each way now for Winders. Snap is back, handoff up the middle. It'll be close to a first down before their back is brought down. Englebright in on the tackle along with number 55 that we do not have. 54 is Nick O'Brien. Crittenden gets their play set. Also in the ball game, number 12, Michael Hall for the Tigers, a 5'6" freshman. Handoff up the middle, big hits in there. He may have picked up one, but he paid for it as he came across that line. Big number 67, Austin Hardrick, a 6'2", 260-pound senior.
And a lot of these kids will be playing JV game Monday night at Tiger Stadium, getting a lot of action and work tonight.
45, Cameron Baker also in for the Tigers defensively. Winders drops back, brings and swings it to the near side, off the feet of his intended receiver, incomplete. Running clock has us down to 4:15 left in the ball game. Caldwell has this one comfortably in pocket at 64-21. Let's see, number 10 also in the ball game, Russ Bashir. Let's see, is that 31 playing safety? Jaden Tao, a 6-foot freshman. Crittenden goes back. They're going to try this one again. Again, too low on the throw. It'll bring up 4th down now for Crittenden. We'll try to get you all these names of these kids that put a lot of effort into the preparation this week. Jamarius Blaine, also in number 85. I don't think we've called 85's number tonight. Clayton Wofford. Punt by Crittenden County. Nice kick. It's going to angle out of bounds around the 10-yard line or so. Caldwell County able to rest the starters tonight for the first time this season. Get everybody ready and healthy before the last road trip for a week to Henderson next week.
And the ball's at the 13-yard line.
Looks like, yeah, that's about where they'll spot this from the 13. 1st and 10, Caldwell County. Bashir back in at quarterback as Jaggers Knight finished up a couple of drives ago. Van Hoosier and number 11, Trace Olden, to the near side for Bashir. Tigers going to let that play clock run down under 10 now to 8. Bashir takes it. Handoff is to this side. That's number 25. He's got some room across the 20, 25, 30. Flag down across the 30-yard line. 25 is Travion Samuel. It's going to be a hold, though, against Caldwell County. That'll bring that back.
2 flags on the play.
Samuel's a good-sized kid, 5'6", 191, but he had some pretty good speed coming around that corner. If you get that 191 going and get some steam behind it, that's going to be a lick for somebody to try to bring down as he gets a little bit older. Seth Slayton will be in the backfield with Bashir.
Crittenden County's on the road at Webster County next week.
1:35 left in the ball game.
So we're at the, take it half the distance, you think? Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to mark that one at about the 8.
Caldwell County is at Henderson County next week.
Bashir will take the snap just in front of his own goal line. Snap is good. Handoff goes to Slayton. He's going to try to get on that outside. Does, up across the 20, the 30. Got some speed across the 40, the 50. See if he can outrun one person. Pulled down out of bounds at the Crittenden County 33-yard line.
Number 20.
Big run by number 28, Seth Slayton.
Folks, after the game, you're invited to
taken out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
Let's call that the 33-yard line. Good run by Slayton. This will probably be the last play of the ball game.
59-yard run for the young man.
And if they don't get the same chain set, this may be the last play of the ball game. No, play clock has started. This will be the last one.
Of course, that's fans from both sides.
And we'll see if Caldwell just takes a knee on this one. I'm not sure what they'll do. Bashir is in the gun. He's got 2 receivers each way. And he does take a knee, and that will end it. As Caldwell County shakes off a poor start to this one after trailing 14-3 early in the first quarter. They stormed their way back behind 6 interceptions and win this one in Marion by a score of 64-21. We'll be back with the stats on the postgame show coming up in just a second. The postgame show tonight brought to you by Williams Fawn and Associates, CPA and Business Advisors. We'll be back with that postgame show in 3 minutes, so stay tuned. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Just a reminder from Crittenden Electric. Farming can be dangerous, so take time to observe some simple safety precautions. Look out for power lines before getting off or out of your cab, and when loading and transporting machinery on trailers, and when raising equipment arms and extensions. Be careful when handling irrigation pipes, ladders, and rods, and keep equipment at least 10 feet away from power lines. And remember the kids. Kids love playing outdoors. It is up to all of us to ensure they do it safely. Crittenden Electric reminds you to remind the kids to stay away from electrical substations and avoid playing near green electrical boxes. Do not climb trees or fly kites to model airplanes near power lines. Keep ladders and poles away so the kids cannot climb them or raise them near power lines. A safety reminder from Crittenden Electric. Crittenden Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative.
Planters Bank, located at 208 North Jefferson Street, is locally owned and operated with a strong, sincere focus on customer service. Planters Bank has a diverse team of seasoned professionals in Western Kentucky and Clarksville, Tennessee. Since first opening their doors, Planters Bank has made a name for itself as an energetic player in the financial services market. Stop by and talk to the friendly folks at Planters and find out about the You Choose Rewards program. Planters Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Porter Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Cadiz, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Porter Gas is offering specials on propane. Porter Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Porter Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Porter Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
Howdy, folks. Colonel Sanders from KFC here with some real news. My delicious, world-famous original recipe fried chicken is available at a KFC near you. It has been and will be until the end of time. No matter what's happening in the world, you can trust that my original recipe chicken is always made with the lemon herbs and spices. Many unnamed sources agree. It's delicious. Get it in a KFC $10 chicken share and enjoy it with a friend. KFC, it's still finger-licking good. Limited time offer. Participating KFCs. Prices may vary. Tax and substitutions extra.
Princeton Drug Company, 103 West Main in Princeton, proudly features low-cost prescriptions and friendly service. Princeton Drug offers in-town delivery, in-store pickup, or a convenient drive-through window. Princeton Drug has a wide selection of Christian greeting cards for every occasion. Princeton Drug is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturday from 8:30 to 2:30. No deliveries on Saturday. Princeton Drug, 103 West Main Street, Princeton. Phone 365-5585.
And we're back to Rocket Stadium as Caldwell County pulls out a big 64-21 win tonight over Crittenden County after a shaky start. Caldwell County trailed this one 14-3 in the first quarter, but stormed back behind the strength of 6 interceptions by Crittenden County, able to turn those into a lot of points, 41 points to be exact, in that second quarter, and stretch this one out. Running clock just about all of the second half as Caldwell scored 1 touchdown in the second half and sealed this one away in that second quarter. Bob's totaling the stats up. This post-game show is brought to you by Williams Fawn and Associates, CPA and Business Advisors. They have offices at 205 West Washington Street in Princeton, and you can call them at 270-365-3543. Williams Fawn and Associates have been serving the community and surrounding area for 35 years. Their services include personal and business taxes, financial and retirement planning, payroll and bookkeeping services, and Rick Williams and Michael Fawn have experience and expertise you can trust. We'll pause for a prayer here at Rocket Stadium.
Thanks for allowing us to come out here and enjoy the game of football that we all love. I pray that you would just especially be with Coach Barnes and his family. Just bless them abundantly during this struggle that they're going through. Just help them to be strong to fight through it. Be with everyone that's within that struggle, Lord, and just give them strength to fight through it. Thank you for all that you've done for me and all that you've done for all of us. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
And a wonderful time here at Crittenden County tonight. We mentioned earlier, maybe even in the pregame show, how it's like playing against friends over here, and the communities kind of help one another out in tough times over the past few seasons for different occurrences in each program. But tonight, a lot of special recognition given to the Parkinson's Disease Foundation after Coach Barnes being diagnosed with Parkinson's earlier this year. Crittenden County left a check with Athletic Director Kim Farmer in the amount of $8,580 earlier in the game between donations and T-shirt sales. So just a show of class by Crittenden County, helping out Caldwell County. Excuse me, a great prayer tonight before the game, led by a student here at Crittenden County, and also a nice version of the national anthem. So a fun trip over here to Marion, especially anytime you get a win, I guess it's fun. But this one seemed like it had some special meaning outside the lines tonight a little bit for both squads, and we appreciate the folks from Crittenden County. While Bob's totaling up the stats for the ball game, tonight's 64 points did tie us for 6th most points all time in Tiger history. We had 64 against Reedland in 1996. The only games to beat that, of course, 80 against Callaway County in 2011, 78 against Christian County in 2014, 76 against Reedland in 2008, 75 against Fort Campbell in 1998, and 72 against Ohio County in 2014. So tied for 6th tonight on a team that's been struggling to score points this season, bringing up 64. Very big for the Tigers tonight. Of course, a lot of that also on the defensive end for the Tigers, as this is the 4th game in a row that they've scored at least one offensive touchdown or defensive touchdown. So a big night for the defense and the offense. Interceptions tonight. I know Caldwell County had 6 on the night. Want to believe we'll have to check the stats and verify this maybe before next game, but seemed like Jameer Riley had 3 interceptions tonight, which would put him in a tie for second place of interceptions in a game, with Cameron Williams, Brett Hawkins, Stuart Childress, Shane Whittington, Paul Copeland, and Pete Moore. So a big night for Caldwell County all around. A lot of the younger players got in the ball game tonight, had some nice time in tonight. And I think it was Seth Slayton that had some good carries, actually scored a touchdown in the second half for Caldwell County. Did a good job tonight as he came in some relief duty.
Yeah, and Dennis, when you get a chance, I think I'm ready to wrap.
Okay, Bob, you take her away, and we'll wrap this one up.
Scoring in the second half was just 2 touchdowns. Caldwell County getting both of them in the third quarter. Jameer Riley on a 2-yard pass from Joby. Boyce Nichols added the kick. That came at the 4-minute 13-second mark of the third quarter. Caldwell County then led 58-21, and at that point it became a running clock. In the fourth quarter, Seth Slayton on a 28-yard run. The PAT was no good. That score coming with 10 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the game. Caldwell leading at that point 64-21, and that would be our final score. Before I get into the Tiger statistics, let me go over the second half statistics for Crittenden County, and the Rockets really did nothing at all in the second half. They have a total of 15 yards passing. Again, Hunter Boone was intercepted in that third quarter, then he was replaced. 15 yards of passing in the second half and 9 yards of rushing in the second half for Crittenden County. Total of 24 yards total offense in the second half and for the game. Crittenden County with 307 yards through the air and only 6 yards rushing, a total of 313 yards for the Rockets. But that doesn't indicate it at all what we saw here tonight in Crittenden County. For a while, Crittenden was using the 10-yard pass and picking up 20, 30, 40 yards on the play, and Caldwell County just could not defend that. But midway, beginning early in the second quarter, we did something on defense that and Crittenden County stopped their little short passing attack to try to hook up with an intermediate routes, and we were able to sit on those all day long and pick off Hunter Boone. And for the Tigers in the second half, not much action there with the running clock. For the game, Joby Jaggers was 23 out of 28, 1 interception. Russ Bashir coming in late, did not attempt to pass. Oliver Parker with 7 catches tonight for 39 yards. Travis Newsom 2 for 17. Jameer Riley 8 catches for 112 yards. Gabe East 1 for a -1. Dylan Cavanaugh 2 for a -4. Ben Holt 1 catch for 11. Trail Riley 1 catch for 14. Cameron Traylor 1 catch for 8. Those last 3 catches for touchdowns all in the second quarter. 23 catches tonight, 196 yards for Joby. In the rushing department, the Tigers rushed for 166 yards tonight on 20 carries. Dylan Gray with 9 carries for 34 yards. Jameer Riley 2 carries for 31 yards. Trail Riley 1 for a -2. Dylan Cavanaugh 1 for 6 yards. Caleb Burden 1 carry and -1 yard. Russ Bashir 1 carry for 9 yards. Joby Jaggers 1 carry for a -6 yards. Seth Slating getting a chance to play 3 carries for 90 yards and a touchdown. Travion Samuel 1 carry for 5 yards. Total of 20 carries for the Tigers, 166 yards rushing, and for total offense, that's going to be 362 yards for the Tigers. A lot of those coming in the second quarter. A lot of our scoring resulting in some defensive turnovers and takeaways. And it was really at halftime, Dennis, I guess you could say it was no contest at that point. Crittenden County coming out trying an onside kick. I'm not sure what the situation was there, but that play was nullified and they had to re-kick again to start the third quarter. We get on that ball, score midway in the third quarter, and then the clock begins to run, and it doesn't take long for 12 seconds to run off the clock when you don't stop it on incomplete passes and stuff like that.
Right.
So great win for the Tigers here tonight. Something that midway through the second quarter, if you'd have told me what the final score would have been, I would have thought you'd maybe have the numbers wrong. Maybe that should be a 20. We were looking for a close game throughout this whole second quarter. And all of a sudden, it just exploded. Hunter Boone was had as accurate as he had been the first quarter and a half. Just could not get the ball to his receiver, and probably some of those were telegraphed to some degree. We saw them, broke on them, and as they say, the rest is history.
Absolutely. You're listening to the Tiger Post Game Show, brought to you by Williams Fawn and Associates, CPA and Business Advisors. And Bob, I'm like you. This game started out, you kind of got the feeling, did Caldwell not ride that momentum off that big come-from-behind win at Hopkinsville, or maybe relax a little bit? Crittenden County came out with the energy to start this ball game, and at one point led 14-3 in the first quarter, and then after that, Caldwell County just 61 to 7.
Yes.
The rest of the way. But in that first quarter, we were looking at this to maybe be tough for the Tigers. It was like a wake-up call, because the second quarter just avalanched on Crittenden County. Caldwell picking up interceptions left and right. In fact, on 3 consecutive drives, on the first down play of 3 drives, Caldwell County able to make the picks and really put this one away at halftime.
With the play here in the second quarter by the Tiger defense, that nullified and negated the energy that Crittenden County had to start the game. They were completing passes, breaking away from our tacklers, almost returning 2 kickoffs for touchdowns, but the momentum changed quickly.
A couple of scores reported to us. Christian County came back to defeat Hopkinsville. Hopkinsville led a lot of that game. Christian County came back to win 15-12, and late in the ball game, Trigg was up on Ballard 35-22. Of course, Trigg a little bit later on the schedule for the Tigers. Next week, we will be in Henderson County, and that's another road game. Henderson County on the road next Friday night. Bob will have Coach David Barnes on at 6 o'clock. We'll have the pregame show at 6:30, and the kickoff from Henderson will be at 7 o'clock. All of that right here on WPKY. So, Bob, any closing comments before we remind everybody to listen to the Saturday morning quarterback show tomorrow morning?
Just that we, coming into this game, it certainly, after it started, it appeared to be a trap game for the Tigers, but I'm glad there are 4 quarters to a football game and not a quarter and a half. The Tigers got the ship righted midway through that second quarter, and from that point on, Crittenden County had no answers for anything the Tigers did. A big win for the Tigers, taking our record to 3-1, go into the contest next week in Henderson with, I would think, a great deal of momentum. Henderson County, a little bit stronger team this year, I think, than we've seen the last 2 years. The Tigers have defeated them, I know, at least the last 2 years and maybe the last 3 years. So we'll have our work cut out for us in Henderson, but again, a great game for Joby Jaggers tonight in the passing department. Practically almost perfect tonight, 20 out of 24 with 1 interception. So he just continues to get better, and I don't know really how the coaching staff feels like our offensive line did, but when you're completing 20 out of 24 passes, you're not getting a lot of rush people breaking through the offensive line. So we're improving as we would hope to improve from what we saw our effort against Christian County to open the season.
Want to remind everybody we'll be on the air tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock for the Saturday morning quarterback. We'll talk with Coach Barnes about this ball game tonight and look ahead to next week at Henderson County. So tune in tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Also a full day of Black Patch Festival coverage here on WPKY throughout the day, so tune in for that. That's going to do it for our postgame show. Our postgame is brought to you by Williams Fawn and Associates, CPA and Business Advisors, located at 205 West Washington Street. You can give Rick or Michael a call down there at 270-365-3543. They've been serving the community and surrounding areas for 35 years, and they provide services in personal and business taxes, financial and retirement planning, and payroll and bookkeeping. That's Rick Williams and Michael Fawn. They have the experience and expertise you can trust at Williams Fawn and Associates. Again, the final here from Crittenden County. It was Caldwell County 64, Crittenden County 21. Until tomorrow morning on the Saturday morning quarterback, that's going to do it for us. For Bob Hayes and Ty Englebright here at the field and Darren Lewis back at the station, I'm Dennis Stevens. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning.